Well, actually...
I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked, cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just to by my side. This one's for the grind, I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind.
It's the Travel OG, and welcome to the Black Manosphere Conclave.
Okay, brothers, I got several announcements, important. The new Black Manosphere website is officially live, and the Black Manosphere Conclave 6.0, yes, is happening. You know, September 11th through the 13th, we're bringing our brotherhood to Las Vegas for 3, not 2, powerful days of leadership, growth, connection, you know, building our legacy. This year, our host hotel is the Hampton Inn Tropicana, and that's where we secured a special room rate of just $99 per night. You can book your room right now through the website. So please don't wait until our room block is gone and then the rates go up. Grab it for $99. Now, if you have valuable knowledge, you know, experience or skills that can strengthen the brotherhood and you're interested in speaking on the main stage or maybe teaching a breakout class, submit your request at blackmanosphere.com/speakers. I'm also accepting vendors. So if you have products or services that you'd like to offer and you want a table at the conclave, visit blackmanosphere.com/vendors and submit your vendor request form. And for the brothers that's ready to develop some serious technical skills, Theo University Class 8A and 8B are officially open for enrollment right now. So visit blackmanosphere.com to secure your conclave pass, book your hotel room, submit a speaker or vendor request, and enroll in class. Now remember, brothers, this is more than just a website launch. We're building some real opportunities, some real skills, and a stronger black network of men. Las Vegas Conclave 6.0, September 11th through the 13th, brothers. Now is the time to get involved. I'll see you in Nevada next month. Whoop.
Theme music.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is your man Marcus A. Brown, and I'm here to tell y'all that I just got done with my first consultation with the brother Andre of Love Crossing Borders. I just wanted to give him his praises. I need y'all to do 2 things if you haven't already. If you haven't, subscribe to his YouTube channel, Love Crossing Borders. Also, if you are going to Colombia, if you're thinking of going anywhere, traveling internationally, please consider booking a consultation with the OG Andre of Love Crossing Borders. You will not be disappointed. And y'all, get in tune with him if you haven't already. Tell him MAB sent you. Peace.
Where are all the black men? And I'm not talking about the scammers, the drug dealers, the robbers, and the crooks.
Well, actually...
Well, actually, finally. They are here with your boy, Andre and Andrea, Love Crossing Borders. Shout out to all you guys that are here and all you ladies who dare to tread this channel. Tonight's topic is about finally. Nothing more, nothing less. It's about finally. You could say it's about time. You could even say that once upon a time something was like this, but now men are heading into the sunset that way. In other words, finally, men of all races, color, or creeds are finding something that many of us can say that we are happy about as a unit. What is that? Travel. Men of every race, every color, every location have found that they are happy or even happier when traveling. Doesn't matter if they're traveling in their own country. Doesn't matter if they are traveling just to see some friends in another part of the city or in another city, or if they're traveling to another country. Men have found that we are statistically happier. We are more at peace when it comes to travel. Now, whether we're traveling in groups or whether we're traveling solo, well, that's up to you. But at the end of the day, we have discovered one of the most peaceful things that a man could do in his life is not just make money and not just get the honeys, but also travel, see the world. Let your mind and your thoughts and your eyes and your five senses and all enjoy what's out here. Some of us feel even as happy as the astronauts do when they leave. But here's the kicker. Not everybody's happy for you. We are not having the male loneliness epidemic. That's because women said that. We're actually having the men happiness epidemic. And women can't handle that. Now, we're not talking about all women. So ladies, eat the meat, spit out the bones, apply to you what applies to you. But there are too many women that are saying that they are not happy because we're happy. And because we found happiness by way of travel, as well as other hobbies, they really aren't happy. So the question remains, why is it that there are so many women upset with you men because you finally are rich? No. Family men? No. You've lost weight? No. They aren't upset about that. They are upset because you are finally happy. We're going to talk about that tonight. We are going to talk about this tonight. We are finally happy. And one of the hobbies or habits that we've picked up is not drugs, is not alcohol, it's not illegal activities. See, as long as we're doing drugs, people are happy being around us. Not for us, but being around us. As long as we're the life of the party with a drink in our hand, they're happy to be around us. But the moment that we find happiness and peace, and one of those ways that we find peace is when we're traveling, everybody wants to be perturbed, upset, disappointed. What is wrong with him? He's going on another trip? He just got back. Well, how long are you going to be gone? Oh, you're not coming back? Oh, you must think you're better than the rest of us Americans. You must think you're better than the rest of American women. Oh, you only went out for those foreign women. They don't realize many of us are not traveling for the ladies alone. We are traveling, most of all, for the peace and happiness that we receive. Shout out to all you guys. Glad to see you gentlemen that are here. We got a great show tonight. Let me give it a shout out right out the gate with the super chats. My brother Farrell Ishmael says this. He said, the thing is, women, primarily Black women, started something that they couldn't. That's a good point. That they couldn't finish with that divester nonsense. Yeah, white dudes are traveling along with us as well. See, that's the problem. They cannot run to the white man because the white man out here traveling just as much as we do. As we know, even more, based on the chart that Ronan showed with us, that 80% of passport holders in the United States, or in the West in general, are white men that hold passports and are traveling. We're just 5% of the passport holders. So if they think they're going to run to the white man and he not out here in Brazil with us, and he not out here in Thailand with us, yeah, that's a backfire, ladies. The same men that you're talking about divesting to, yeah, they're on a flight with us too. they're on a flight with us too. They out here enjoying cigars along with us and a little bit of scotch. The white man out here with us too. He tired of his woman too. So if you think that you gonna get the white man, You can't follow us to other countries, and you can't follow the white man to other countries. He say now men have a new beginning. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. And shout out to little Tommy in the building with the $2 love. Appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you being here. Really do. And shout out to all you guys that support the channel by way of PayPal, Cash App, Zelle. Shout out to all you guys. Appreciate you gentlemen being here. My brother Dave says this, pen in hand. What's my pen right here? Pen and paper in hand. You know me. I am always ready to take some notes from what you guys share. Shout out to you, brother. He says a must for this live stream. Yes, sir. Mr. Darkness is in the building as well. Glad to see that you're here, sir. He say up in the building early. Yes, sir. You're right on cue. Right on cue. Shout out to all 41 of you guys that are in the building. Make sure I'm going to drop the link as well for the Black Manosphere Conclave. So you guys, because I really want to see you guys there. I kid you not. I'm just saying it. I'm not just saying to be saying it. I'm not saying it for ticket sales. You guys should already know. Other than my brother and sister, my biological brother and sister, you are my Uncle Jeffrey, of course. You are the only reasons why I come to the plantation. I mean that. I do. Anybody that knows me, I know I do not go back to the United States like that. You guys are the only reason, other than my brother, sister, and my uncle, that I go back to the plantation. Other than that, I could easily say out of the 6 times I've been back to the United, 6 times I've been back to the United States since I've officially moved out. 3 of them was to be around you brothers at the conclave. 2 of them was to hang out with my Uncle Jeffrey, and 1 is for my family. But other than that, yeah. So every year I get it. For me, the conclave is like a family reunion. So you might as well get used to that. I look forward to seeing you guys. So shout out to all you guys that will be at the Black Manosphere Conclave. And I dropped the link for you guys to be able. And if you can't make it, if you just can't make it and you want to watch it virtually, you can watch the online virtual live stream as well. Shout out to you, Mrs. Spence. Shout out to you. Let me scroll down a little further. We got my brother Kenny Peoples in the building. Yes, sir. Good evening, Dre. Now you're talking my language. Got popcorn? Yes, sir. Popcorn in hand. Are you coming along, sir? I'm coming along pretty good. Today is a good day. Your girl Andrea almost tried to drive me crazy, but she redeemed herself. She took us to our favorite yogurt spot. Yes, sir. And Tommy says this. He says, this is an awesome topic. He says, going to be some good barbershop talk. Absolutely correct. Because I'm going to say something right out the gate. Don't expect the happier you get, people to be happier for you. You would think it would be like that. Don't expect when you start to regulate your weight, your mind, in other words, your health, your wealth, and your happiness. If anything, brace yourself. I'm gonna turn this music down for a second. I'm being so serious. These are some notes for that us older men already know, but the young men don't. The more health, the healthier you get. The more wealth, whether it be knowledge or economics or experience, the more happiness you get as a man. I don't care what race, color, or creed or country. Those 3 areas will cause men and women to despise you more than anything else. A happy Black man is treated as if he was a monster in the community. A Black man who decided, or even a white man who decided to take care of his health and be on track is despised by his women at the same time they lust after him. A man that acquires wealth of knowledge and experiences as well as economics, you have people that are looking to stab you in your back as often and as soon as they can. Don't you ever think as a male, see, when kids achieve things, people are happy for children. When older people, 70-year-old man runs a marathon, 80-year-old woman can lift a certain amount of weights, everybody's happy when older people. Robert De Niro and Al Pacino have their second children after the age of 70. Everybody's happy for older people. You men that are in your 60s, 50s on down, societies in most countries aren't wired, modern societies aren't wired to be happy, to congratulate, or encourage men the more you succeed. Most society and women will say, we're not like that. We support our men. We pray for our men. If it wasn't for us, we was with you when you was broke. Yes, you were with us when we were broke. You supported that. Yes, you came and got me out of jail and paid my bond 3 times as long as I was on that level of life. You catch that, gentlemen? When yes, you dated me. What you mean we didn't want you? I dated you when you was 317 pounds. Yes, you wanted me to be around 317 pounds. You were secure with the big boy that was going in and out of jail. You see how that works? They support you when you are at your lowest as far as knowledge, insight, economics, experience of life. As long as you're copacetic, when you just got a regular job, but let you start a business or write a book or create a course or try to run a marathon or lose some weight, watch how many women turn on you. Here's the kicker. Watch how many men hate on you. You would think your boys got your back until you start traveling, until you start going to conferences instead of the clubs. You go to another conference. Yeah, man, so-and-so speaking, man. I'm trying to get that knowledge, bro. You ain't going to the club with us? No, man. I like the club, but I don't like the clubs in the States no more. What you mean you don't go to the club in the States no more? I don't go to the club in the States, man. I done been to the clubs in Brazil and in Thailand. That's clubbing. So when I'm in the States, I'm just focusing on my money. So I'm about to go to this convention because they show you how to, build funnels, click funnels. What's a click funnel? You see how what I'm saying? The more you progress, you'll find that the people that truly loved you only had a love for you as long as you stayed on a certain copacetic level. As long as you stay on a certain level, that woman will want you, and she'll brag about how she supported you when you were going to jail, but they never brag about how they supported us while you were going to class. You catch that? As long as you're doing homework with Theo's classes, watch how funny style your girlfriend act, how funny style your boys act, how funny style people in general act when you say, I'm going for cloud engineering and AI mastery, and they're looking at you like, well, what are you doing that for? That's stupid. I'm giving you guys a heads up. Success does not create friends as much as being broke does. Success creates connections. Success creates networks. Success does create friends among successful men, but no matter what race, color, or creed, but do realize success does not create the same volume. Success may give you 3 solidified true friends, maybe 5 solidified friends. But remember, when you was just a hood dude, or when you were just a co-worker, Man, you had 15, 20 people at the barbecue. Remember that? Remember, every time you lift your barbecue lid, it was somebody walking into your backyard. All you had to do is put on some music and pull out the weed, roll up some weed, pull out the dominoes, pull out some beers, and you was good. But the moment you stop being copacetic and you start going after goals and going after inner peace and inner knowledge and inner insight, making you a better man, you start going to the gym and say, I don't eat pork like that. That's why I don't barbecue like that no more. I ain't on that pork like that. I do pork every once in a while now. So I'm not barbecuing ribs like that no more. I'm watching my weight. Watch people disappear on you. It's not a sad thing. People that disappear are going to be replaced with better people. I noticed that. The people that disappeared on you as you progress are only people that are going to be replaced with better people. The people that were with you, your day ones that are still with you today, they aren't replaceable. Those are good people. But the ones that disappeared on you, the females that were only with you as long as you were smoking weed and not doing any classes, as long as you was out there drinking beers and doing Henny shots, but now you sitting up late at night and you writing books. Yeah, them chicks disappear, bro. Them chicks disappear. As long as you was busting up in them and getting them pregnant, you had a whole network of chick that will let you bust up in them and get them pregnant. The moment you start having some discipline with your sex life, those women disappeared. Cool. I'm going to say this again. It's not a bad thing for you to have that moment of self, of solo travel, of solo inner reflections, of solo days. Maybe a couple months is just you and you, right? But suddenly you're going to notice those people are being replaced. The females that wanted you on this level are going to be replaced by women that want you on this level. And the reason why you never met the women on this level is because you were too busy giving attention and time and energy to women on this level. I promise you, the higher you go in life, the better quality of people that you're going to meet. And you no longer want to be around these people. They don't want to be around you because you can't relate to them. But even more, you don't want to be around them because you can't relate to them anymore either. I've had friends, man, I'm talking about dudes you thought was going to be carrying your casket. Dudes I thought was going to be my casket carriers. And we just right now, our friendship is like, hey, how you doing? It's not bad. It's not good. No beefs. But I'm at another level. You're going to be at another level. And one of the things that cause men, I'm going full circle with this. One of the things that cause men to find that inner happiness that are making people upset now, the fact that you guys are happy, is travel. You guys have the audacity to take the money that you were blowing at the club and buy a ticket to Mexico. The same money that you spending your weed money on a trip to London. They can't relate to that. Instead of going to the comedy clubs, take it from me. I've been to over 250 music concerts in the United States. I've seen everybody in concert except for Prince, Michael Jackson, and Sade. Those are the only people I haven't seen. But if you name anybody else, I've seen them at least twice. I've seen everybody. I've seen Beyonce, from Beyonce to Missy Elliott to Alicia Keys to Earth, Wind & Fire to Frankie Beverly Mays, Shaka Khan. I've seen them all. Al Green. I've seen everybody. Everybody. I've seen Silk. I've seen Drew Hill. I've seen Guy. I saw the first Fresh Fest concert, the first hip hop tour concert ever, with Run DMC, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five, Houdini, and the Fat Boys, with beats with the New York City Breakers and the Rocksteady crew. I saw the Fresh Fest 2 with LL Cool J, Beastie Boys. Come on, you guys who saw it know what I'm talking about. And Run DMC was there with the Raising Hell album. That money that used to go to concerts now brings me happiness through what? Travel. Travel has introduced me to a new network of men, a new network of friends, a new network of business, a new network of experience. Think about just travel has opened up so many new doors. Just travel. Where I would have been traveling in the States from concert to concert to concerts. Tickets, $250, $450, $500. Oh, got to get the, come on now, all you concert dudes, got to get the, okay, if I'm living in Atlanta and that person in concert in Chicago for 3 days, I'm going to fly to the Chi, that flight money flying to the Chi, let's be real. Or the other way around, so-and-so, you know, Atlanta is about having this all-star concert where it's T.I. in concert along with whoever else it may be. You know, T.I. in concert with Ludacris and Little John, you know, just an Atlanta all-star concert, right? Let's say I'm flying from Chicago to do that. So now I got to pay for it, and I've done this plenty of times. I got to pay for my hotel accommodations. I got to pay for my outfits. I got my lady with me, so I'm paying for her tickets. I don't do back. I don't do nosebleed seats. Why? If I'm flying 5 states to see somebody, I am not going to be sitting in the back. That is not going to happen. Looks like I'm freezing for a second. Let me make sure I'm not freezing. Let me make sure I'm not freezing. Okay, cool. So the meals, the after party, going to the club after the concert in Atlanta, right? So, you know, after the concert, you ain't just going back to the hotel room. You going to have some fun because you went to A. All that, the average concert, I kid you not, the average concert, including flights, hotel accommodations, tickets, because I would pay for the best, because I'll pay for my tickets early. So I'm paying $1,000 for 2 tickets, $1,500 for 2 tickets. Why? Because I'm in row 10 on up. I didn't fly here to be in the back. I flew here so I could be right up front. And all my concerts were in the first 10 to 20 rows. Always. I've never sat in the back. I've seen R. Kelly 4 times. I've seen Charlie Wilson 3 to my favorite concert. I've seen Gerald Levert. I've seen the Stylistics, the Delphonics, the Shy-Lights. When I tell you I was a concert junkie, I was a concert junkie. Now what was I doing with that money? That cost me on average $5,000 to $10,000 per concert. Now I used it for international travel. All the friends that used to go with us to local Essence festivals and the Cincinnati Jazz Festival and the St. Petersburg Jazz Festivals, all those friends, they still do it. But I've veered in a different direction. I use that same concert money for global travel. And now God in life and opportunity through travel has introduced me to something new. What's my point? How does this end? How does this wrap up with today's topic, Dre? Not everybody's going to be happy for you because they're used to the concert, Andre. And so when they see you as the international traveler, the man of mystery, if you will, you're going to spots that only James Bond went to. You're all in Egypt looking at and trying to read the hieroglyphics now. Those people can't relate to you. And some of them, not your friends, but even strangers, will hate on you. They will hate on you because you are not what everybody had already defined you to be. Everybody in their mind had already had a definition of you. They already knew what their definition of you was. If somebody was to ask them about you, they could say he's this, that, and this, right? But through travel, since they don't travel that much around you or to the places that you go, and now that you have a new form of happiness, they can't define you anymore. So if somebody asks you about Andre, they're like, he's the people that can define, I kid you not, the people that can give you the best definition of Andre are not my friends back home, are not my family back home. You guys have the best definition of Andre other than my wife. T-Mac has a better definition of Andre. Victor has a better definition of Andre. My Uncle Jeffrey, Kobe, Ronan, and all you guys that travel as much as I do have a better definition and understanding of who I am, what I do, what I'm about when it comes to this traveling, and let's go to the title, why does travel make us happy and people don't like it? Because they cannot define us anymore, because they had a definition of us and we refuse to stay in the definition that they had put in place for so many years. All my friends knew that every year Andre's going to this concert, that concert, this. Everybody knew that even at a last minute, you could sell Andre some concert tickets. I remember I was in Chicago. A friend of mine who was a coworker, he had 2 6-row tickets to see Jay-Z at the auditorium in Columbus, Ohio, at the Ohio State University. I'm in the Chi. Here's the kicker. Concerts tonight. Now, anybody that knows, you're on the, if anybody knows Chicago, all you got to do is drive down straight, 80, 90. But you got to drive through Indiana and then jump on 75 to get to I-75, the same I-75 that comes all the way down to Fort Lauderdale. That same I-75 goes up through Michigan, in Ohio. So you got to drive from Chicago, then drive down halfway through Ohio just to get to the University of Ohio auditorium. He gave me a super discount on these Jay-Z tickets. Now, I have already seen Jay-Z, Kanye West, and Mary J. Blige on New Year's Eve in Miami a few years prior. So I know he used to always give us a good show. I said, give me the tickets. I tell my boss, I'll make up the hours. My boss said, cool. I leave at 3. Pick up my lady friend. Get there, rent a room. We get ourselves together. And we make it right on time as the opening act is closing. I forgot who. Oh, it was the opening act. We saw it was the brother out of DC, starts with a W. He's a rapper. Oh man, Waleed, something. Not Twalib Kweli. Who's the brother out of DC? He was a rapper, man. He was very known for a while, man. All you DC dudes, you would know. Short dude, kind of like scruffy. He never wore. Yeah, Wale. Thank you very much, Wale. So Wale was the opener. So we made it just in time to get like 2 or 3 songs of his. And we're right there, row 7, enjoying the Jay-Z concert. All that money now goes towards travel and business. That's it. Everything about my life now is travel, business, my relationship with Andrea, and you guys. And there are a lot of people that are not happy about that. And most of them are total strangers. People that don't even know you will hate on you. So that's why I'm laying the foundation tonight. Don't let people who will hate interrupt the fact that you're using travel as one of many tools that you acquire happiness as a man, because there aren't that many tools in our arsenal that allow men, no matter what race, to truly be happy. Now let's bring that music back. All right. I get a couple more shout outs in because we got a 53 men in the building right now. Shout out right now to my brother, a man supporting men in the building. He said, when you knew you were relocated, he said, when you knew when you relocate to Colombia, when did you completely cut off dealing with American women? Was it 6 months or a year, etc.? I actually was planning to relocate outside the United States in 2011. Didn't know what country, didn't even have a passport, but I knew that, yeah, I'm leaving here. You know, and I was living in Florida. I was living a great life. Owned a home, you know, had my Ford F-150, Harley Davidson edition. I mean, I'm living a really good life with Tampa. I got chicks. If I wanted international women, I already had international women because you live in Florida. So you got women from around the world you smash. I'm smashing chicks from Ukraine, Germany, Africa. I'm smashing Brazil. I'm smashing chicks from. So it wasn't about the kid for me to go to get international women while I relocated. I really saw the writing of the wall in 2011. Notice, even during the Obama administration, I saw the writing on the wall of what America was going to become today and beyond. And so I said, yeah, let me get ready to get up out of here. Even during the Obama administration. Remember, Obama said that we need to brace ourselves for a global. A lot of guys don't remember that headline, a global pandemic, and people kind of like brushed it off when Obama said like, And then years later, what do we have? A global pandemic. So they knew something before we did. And so when it came to the ladies, and I had cut the American women off, man, like probably 2016. You know, I didn't meet Andre until 2018, but I've been going back and forth and dang near living in Medellin for a while. And I had already been to a bunch of other countries anyway. And so I realized the more that I was traveling, the more I wasn't interested. Can I be real? It was two honest reasons. I'll be honest with you guys. 2 reasons why I stopped smashing American women. A, it wasn't worth it. They couldn't compete as far as looks with foreign women. They couldn't compete with foreign women when it comes to how they treated me as a man. They just couldn't. The competition was just none. In 2016, the more I was around foreign women in other countries, and the more I came back to American women, I felt like I was just wasting my time. Andre, you might as well just be by yourself to yourself. Number 2, if I was going to be with American women, I was going to be pretending in line like I liked them when I really didn't. A lot of us do that. You will lie to American women as if you really want them. You don't. You want Brazilian women, and you're going to move to Brazil. You want women in Thailand, and you're going to move to Thailand. I believe that. You want women in Kenya, and you're going to move to Kenya. The whole time you still smashing American women, you smiling in their face like I was. And at the end of the day, would you marry one? And when I was honest with myself and I said, no, I wouldn't. Would you stay here for one, Andre? If you fell in love with one, would you stay in this country, America, for one? No, I wouldn't. So why are you still smashing American women? Just trying to get my selfish sex on. If you want the truth, I was still smashing them just for selfish sex. I didn't want a conversation. I wasn't taking to no movie, wasn't no dates, wasn't no flowers, no cards, no candy. I wasn't doing none of that. I didn't want to meet their mama, their pet, their pastor. I didn't want to meet nobody, dude. It got to the point where women were asking me out on dates and I was declining dates because I was just smashing them, but I didn't want them. Some of y'all can relate to what I'm talking about. You're in the United States. You know you're moving. You don't want them, but they are attractive women. So I'm going to smash them, but I don't want them. I got to the point, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just wipe my hands of the whole thing. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not trying to hurt nobody. So number 2 was I just didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings no more because I knew that I was not going to be with them. So let American women find who their real man going to be, who their real boyfriend or husband or baby daddy is going to be. Let me not pretend like I'm going to be a part of the legacies of a family in the United States when I knew I wasn't. And so that's when I went on monk mode. I kind of winged off because I was messing with like one white woman. She was fine too. And we had that conversation and I told her, and some of you guys have heard me say this many a time. I told her before, and this was like a year before I went on monk mode. I said, we'll never date. I'll never say happy birthday to you. I'll probably say happy birthday, but you'll never get a Christmas card, Christmas gift, none of that. Don't ask me out on a date. Don't ask me this. Don't ask me that. I'm moving and I'm going to be, and this is right around my beginning of the Medellin time. And so my heart was really in Medellin anyway. But I told her, I said, listen, if you cool with it, I said, what's your favorite drink? She said, I like a couple bottles of wine. I said, I'll have a couple bottles of wine. You could come over my house Wednesdays and Fridays. Or even Saturday. I'll break your back in. True story. I'll break your back in. I give you all the orgasms you want. What type of music you like? And she said, I like old school R&B. I said, so I'll have all the old school R&B for us to listen to. We'll have great conversations. We'll have great sex. We'll laugh. And I say, but when we are done, I will walk you to your car and you will go home. If you are, I said, because I'm going to be honest with you, I am not going to be living in this country. I say, so if you are okay with that, because I was telling her the truth. Excuse me. If you are okay with that, then call me back because we talked over the phone. Hung up the phone. Couldn't have been 20 minutes later. And you know, like how I always say, what do women say? Because you was honest with me, I'm going to give you the coochie. And I smashed her for maybe 6 months until I went on monk mode. And after I went on, in other words, I cut myself completely off of American women and really was focusing on Medellin. Fast forward past Medellin, went to Cali, met Andrea. So I'm really serious with Andrea. But that monk mode window was me just focusing on economics, learning and also experiences of learning the country and things like that. Because I've been going back and forth to Medellin, and I'm doing big chunks a month here or 3 weeks there. So I'm really dating and living in Medellin. And I kid you not, man, that's exactly how I did it. I was like I said, number 1 was I was having selfish sex. No, number 2 was selfish sex. I just wanted to have selfish sex with American women. I didn't want them for nothing else. And since I was being selfish, I was like, let me cut that off because I'm not trying to hurt nobody. I don't need no bad karma while I'm moving to another country, in other words. Number 1 was because they couldn't compete with foreign women. They couldn't compete in bed. I go back to the United States and I'm having sex with an American woman and I'm thinking about what this Brazilian just did, or I'm thinking about what this chick in the Caribbeans just did, or I'm thinking about what this Venezuelan just did in the bed. And I'm thinking like this American woman can't even keep up. And I mean, so there are many American women that got some great sex game. And then you go to another country, And you be looking like, that's it? Arr? So I was turned off on it anyway. I was turned off on American women just on, dude, probably I'm gonna be honest. Before leaving the States, probably out of the last 10 women that I slept with in the United States, 7 of them were first timers from another country. I mean, strong accents and everything. So I knew what direction I was headed to anyway. You see what I'm saying? If it's 2012 and all you smashing is foreign women, you see what I'm saying? It was one of them things. I could just see my life just veering out of the United States. And even while in the States, I was not sleeping with sister. When I was sleeping with a sister, she was first generation Haitian, first generation Afro-Cuban, first generation Jamaican, first generation Afro-Dominican. You know, like she's the first one to come over to the country. So I'm smashing with first generation German chicks, first generation Ukrainian chicks, first generation Italian chicks. This first time being over here from Italy. So, dude, I kid you not, I was on it. So I saw the universe already taking me in direction that you don't even want women from the States. And even if you smashing sisters, you smashing sisters from other countries while you in the States. And this is 2012 on down. So even the universe was already telling me, dude, you done with American women. You might as well stop smashing them, Dre, because you ain't even attracted to them like that. You ain't even into American women like that. You subconsciously, I wasn't even looking for foreign sisters, and I was smashing foreign sisters. So I kind of knew the direction that the universe was kind of taking me when it came to, Andre, stop playing, stop pretending, to thyself be true. You ain't into American women like that. You ain't into the FBA queens like that no more. It's cool. FBA ladies, I love you. Y'all wonderful. I'm not a hater. I'm not upset. And one of those dudes that's like, who hurt you? I'm not that dude. Ain't none of y'all hurt me. I just knew where the universe was taking me, and that was outside of America. And so instead of giving you ladies more pain and pretending like I was going to stay in America, I decided to just wean myself and cut myself off of American women, no matter what race you are, and cut myself off of American women and just focus on my international life. And that's how I did it. I kid you not. I just didn't want to be walking around lying to myself and lying to women. And then, like I said, y'all, like I told y'all the other day, you know me, I'm sitting up here holding the back of the head of a woman, whispering in her ear, yeah, this is daddy. Whose is this? You my pretty girl. You know you my pretty girl. And now the woman crying, she in love and her third orgasm. Let me go ahead and stop this. I'm smashing so many Asian chicks, dude. It's kind of crazy how once my mind veered towards living, I remember I said in 2011, when I didn't even have a passport, but I knew I wanted to live outside the United States. All of a sudden, even while in the States, I'm smashing so many Asian chicks. I'm smashing so many African chicks. I'm smashing so many chicks from Europe. And all of it was subconscious. It wasn't like, ooh, she's European, let me go get her. Nope, it was all kind of like subconscious, slow motion, like the universe was preparing me to be, not just smash a German chick, go visit or be around Germany. Are you going to live there? Not just smashing a chick from the continent of Africa, but someday you're going to the continent of Africa. You see what I'm saying with that? So it wasn't like I was thinking like, yeah, I'm smashing these African. No, I wasn't thinking like that. I noticed the universe was preparing my life for international women. And the more I was around international women, I'm in the last time I was in the States. I tell you how this works. Twice this happened. One of the last times I was in the States, this is right before I met Andrea. It's Halloween. I'm in the Colombian club. And I'm having a good time. People got their costumes on. I didn't have a costume because at that time I just didn't. I didn't think about it, right? Usually I dressed up for Halloween. And I'm standing there and this bad sister walks in. And I'm like, dang, she is fine. And so before anybody else could holler, I'm hollering. I said, I like your Halloween. Now, she wasn't dressed in a Halloween costume. I said, I like your Halloween outfit. She said, I don't have a Halloween outfit on. I say, we both got the outfit on. She said, what are you talking about? I say, you dressed as my woman and I am dressed tonight as your man. I said, tonight for Halloween, I'm gonna pretend while everybody else pretending to be vampires and everybody else pretending to be angels. You dressed to pretend to be my woman tonight, and I'm dressed to pretend to be your man tonight. Come to find out, this was an Afro-Colombian sister who just landed in the United States on her little 90-day visa, not even a week prior to meeting her. Out of all the sisters I could have met, the universe veered me toward the Afro-Colombian sister. That is what I'm talking about as far as like, I knew, yeah, Andre, I'm done with messing with the sisters from the States. And like I said, a lot of it was I just didn't want to hurt nobody, on my way out. I don't want to throw tomatoes at the sisters on my way out the door. So that's I know I went the long route with that story, but I just want to give you guys some clarity on how I did it. Once again, the question was, when did you know that you were relocating to Colombia? He said, when did you completely cut off dealing with American women? Was it 6 months? I would easily say that it was probably 2 years to almost 2.5 years prior to it to officially. I would say it was at least 2 years before I even met Andre. Because I was already smashing chicks in Medellin that was really cool. I was thinking about too, in Barranquilla, in Santa Marta, and I had one in Cartagena. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, okay, which direction I want to go. I knew it was Colombia. I chose a couple. I visited quite a few countries, and so I said, I'm dealing Colombia at that time period. If you were around during the 2016s, 15s, 14s, 17s. Colombia was really nice, bro. And the dollar was, even though the dollar is stronger now than what it was then. When I came to Colombia, it was 2,500 pesos to one. Most of you guys are used to it being 4,000, 5,000 to one. So now you guys are like, it's 3,000 to one. And I'm like, when I got here, it was lower than that. So I'm kind of used to it, right? But I knew that American women were not for me, and I was like, anymore. Let's put it like this. And it was not a hatred for American women. It was the fact that I knew I was leaving America. Can I put it like that? Florida Gator in the building. He said, good evening, Dre. He said, hope that you and Andrea are having a great day. We really are, man. We're having a great day. Been watching on the replay today. He said, sorry, I missed the live version of your reaction to oh, you would have had fun. You would have fun. Let me turn the music back up. You would have fun on that episode. Yes, sir. I hope I answered you guys' questions too. My brother, a man supporting men with the $5 love. He said, I asked because I'm in the process of joining the military. Shout out to you guys that are joining the military and all you ex-military men and women. Thank you for all that you've done. He says, so I'm thinking about cutting off dealing with civilian women. You would have to ask a military man that one. You would have to ask a military man that question. Absolutely. Shout out to Player Mix in the building. He says that preach. I kid you not, man. That was my reason. That was my reason. I just, you know, I slowly but surely I wasn't into him anymore. Got the Don, aka Don B. Don B in the building. We got 82 in the building, so I will not have enough time for the shout outs. But I will give you a shout out throughout the show. Shout out to my brother Show Enough in the building and the official one. Salute to you being in the building. Hey Zay, I've been following you, brother. Yeah, I see you putting in that work. I see you, brother. I'll be back in the gym tomorrow. I'll be officially back into the gym. I've been following you, keeping me motivated, brother. Shout out to you, man. Salute to Dre. He said, I love to invite you and Andrea to my wedding in Colombia. You know I will be there. Yes, sir. Let us know when and let us know where, man. Because you know we're happy for you. So I'm going to let Andrea know. Definitely. And shout out to T-Mac and E-Breezy. And I can't miss out on my brother Ronan Travelers. Salute to you, who's always saluting all the men. Good morning to all you guys there in Southeast Asia. Glad you guys are here. Like I said, we got 82 in the building, and I won't get a chance to give a shout out to everybody. But let me change the music over because we're laying a foundation of a great topic for tonight. And I'm kind of glad that my brother asked that question. I'm glad a man supporting men asked that question about when did I know and when did I, cut off American women type of thing. I'm glad that he asked that. And the reason why is because one of the reasons why I had to cut them off, shout out to you, Dave, once again. I knew that I didn't want to interrupt the peace and the happiness that I was acquiring through travel. I would leave America, travel, find peace and happiness and fun, which is rare for men of any race to find a combo of peace, happiness, and fun. You go back to the United States, that's the last thing people want you to do. They want you to make money in the United States. But they do not want men to have peace. They do not want to see men being happy. And the last thing they want to see a man of any race, color, creed having fun. And so every time I went back to the States, I found myself uncomfortable with my peace, my happiness, and my fun. Nobody understood me. And so I said, you know what? Let me go and cut these American women off. Because the more I was around them, the more they were interrupting the peace, happiness, and fun that I was acquiring in other countries. And so I said, in order to enjoy my true sex life, my true fun with ladies, my true fun with the new guys that I was meeting, and the first group of guys that I met in the country I went to were you military guys who were traveling. You guys introduced me to the WhatsApp groups. And so I found myself just kind of like waning off, like it was like I would see American women and I would be like, oh, she's attractive. And that would be it. Because I would be like, I could see 60 of her in another country with ease. She's not a rarity. And I think that caused me to not mess with American women as much anymore. It wasn't them. It was the baddies in the United States weren't as rare as I thought they were. See, when you sit back and you see a baddie in the States, and I'm not talking about this weave and the cake up makeup. I'm talking about a real, genuine, very attractive woman naturally. She woke up like this, one of them chicks, right? When you in the States, you think, man, she is fine. She is hard. I ain't seen one like that. And you really think like, wow, I ain't seen one like that in like 6 months or 6 weeks, right? Then you go to the Philippines. Then you go to Brazil. Then you go to Cape Verde. Then you go to Cancun. Now you in Medellin or Cartagena. And that type of beauty is every 11 seconds. The beauty that you thought was so rare in the States, you see that every 10, 50. You see that in the girl that works at the gas station. the woman that works that in real estate. You see the hottie, the woman in her 30s that stays in the gym in the States sometimes can't even compete with some of these 60-year-old women in other countries. I'm gonna tell you something now. In the United States, the only time I've ever seen a 60-year-old baddie is in a magazine, like an Angela Bassett type of thing, right? You know, when you're a good-looking woman in the United States, they put you in a magazine. She's 60 years old and she's hot. You know why? Because it's so rare to see an older woman that you will look at and you say, I would smash that. In these other countries, you be looking at some of these 60-year-old women, you be like, man, dude, I know she's 63, but she can get it. And a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. So when I get back to the States and I'm seeing a hot chick every few weeks, I'm like, that also turned me off of the United States. Because I'm used to, in foreign countries, hot chick, right? Even with the white women. You go to Europe, the white women look way better than the white women that we got back in the States, the big women we got back in the States, right? So when you get back to the States from Europe, just from Europe, you look like, man, these ain't the type of white girls I'm used to. These are some big white girls. I didn't realize how big white girls were in the States. I want to go back to Europe. I want to go back to Australia. I want to go back to, you see what I'm saying? You just get visually spoiled, I guess. And you go back to the States where everybody say, she's a baddie. You like, dude. Like how dudes was tripping on Megan Gooden and Megan Fox. Megan Fox, oh my God, she's so sexy. Megan Gooden, oh my God, she's so sexy. But if you take Megan Gooden and put her in Europe, she's just a regular white girl. You take Megan Fox and put her in Brazil, man, you wouldn't, dude. She'd just be another Brazilian chick. With nothing to be foxy about Megan Fox. Nothing to be sexy about Megan Gooden. They be regular, everyday chicks. You take Megan Fox, put her in Europe, regular chick. Megan Gooden, put her in Brazil or put her among many African cultures. Dude, she can't, just a regular chick. But because we have so many, think about this. We live in a country in the United States with 70% obesity. That's among women. If you walk out your door now, you are more likely to walk into a woman that is overweight for her height and size than you wouldn't. That's how common women being overweight is in the United States, no matter what race, except for maybe a few. That's how common obesity and being overweight is in the United States. Now, women can say that about us men, but that's not the topic tonight. We're talking about right now, for men, you got to hunt for real beauty in the United States. You got to hunt for real beauty in the United States. Y'all call them big girls baddies. If she ain't 200, she ain't me. It's only a few countries on the planet that will brag on a 250 pound woman. And America is one of them. There are white guys that will brag on big girls. Now, I remember white dudes never used to brag on big girls. Now y'all bragging on big girls. Now y'all bragging on y'all big girls. America is one of the few, you know why? Because when you live in a country with 70% obesity, you ain't got no choice but to brag on what you see every day. Y'all sit up there and will, man, I smash it. Man, she got a pretty, as long as she got a pretty face, I smash. Most of the men in the world, y'all ready? One of the reasons why men in other countries don't come to our country for our women, because most men in the world don't want fat chicks. You ever notice all those cultures that cross the borders, all those 11 million men, 12 men and women through the Biden administration entered into the United States from all different cultures? You know, you saw an increase of a male population into America during the Biden administration, right? You know what you didn't see an increase of? You ready? Immigrant baby mamas. Them dudes came over to the United States and was making money or stealing or hustling and doing everything else. But the one thing that they weren't doing was smashing American women. You caught that? It was not you had millions of new men who had walked to get to Texas border, made it into Texas, ain't had no sex for weeks. You would think those foreign immigrant, illegal immigrants during the Biden administration will be putting babies after babies after babies in American women, wouldn't you? You would think that. It didn't happen, did it? So even if somebody comes into our country illegally, they ain't smashing our women. Number two, millions of men came in. Millions. There was no increase in marriage, was it? All those women who've been looking for husbands, and none of those immigrants came across that border, married our women. Even the most desperate men in the most desperate times of their lives don't want American women. And that's why you don't see men who aren't in desperation in other countries, that are successful in other countries, that have accomplished things in other countries, do not get on planes for our American women. This is not a slight toward American women. It's just a fact, ladies. Nobody's flying in to see you, and the illegal immigrants didn't even impregnate you or even want to marry you. They didn't want to be your boyfriend. They didn't want to think about it. I'm in a country illegally. All I need is just one of y'all big girls to take care of me. And none of them dudes want to be your husband, your boyfriend, your baby daddy. They didn't want to be nothing to your jump off, your sad dude. None of those immigrants want to be bothered with y'all. So even men in desperation don't want American women. How much more men in other countries who are successful are not flying over to our country for American women? Let's continue on with the topic. Let's continue. I hope I stayed on topic. Shout out to all you guys that are here. Shout out to all you guys that are here. Shout out to Jermon being in the building, as well as my brother Leo. Let me scroll down, get down to the bottom of the comments where you guys are. My brother Faldy's in the building. He said, "Why are women upset?" 3 words: lack of control. Men who are happy are men that showcase that you are no longer controlled by the United Plantation of America and the women thereof. Your peace, your happiness and your fun is dictated by you. It's not dictated by me. It's not dictated by politicians. It's not dictated by your family or friends or women. It is dictated by you. And this is why women are so upset and can't understand it. And that's why haters are hating so much, because they can't understand, how can you have fun, peace, and happiness without the American woman? How dare you say that you could have happiness, peace, and fun without the American woman? Who do you think you are to travel to other countries, enjoy peace, happiness, and fun without the American woman? This is a travesty, I say, a travesty. This is how they feel. And alongside with her sidekicks, the LGBTQ and the male haters, because the American woman is the lead singer, and the LGBTQ and the other dudes that hate on you, those the pips in the background singing the doo-wop part. Wherever the American woman sings, you got the LGBTQ dudes. You a queen, girl. You a queen. You got the haters in the background. Oh, F you. I don't care about you traveling. You a punk anyway. You just couldn't get no woman in America. That's why you can't. That's why you had to leave, because you can't get no American women. And then you got the other part of the pips, the FBA for the black people. You just don't love America. Our ancestors are here. How is it you gonna travel to another country, my brother? You doing it wrong. Why don't you just go to Africa if you could go somewhere? But we don't mess with Africans like that anyway. So therefore, so you got all three groups singing background for the American woman. She don't like that you having fun and enjoying yourself in other countries and finding happiness in other countries. And she got the background singers to back her up. LGBTQ back there singing. Your personal haters are back there singing. And the FBA and the ADOS are back there singing. How could you leave America? You ain't no brother. And the key part is, they all hate the fact that they can't control you with anything that they say or do. You are absolutely correct. They just background say, just doo-wopping away. He said Africans are running America out of the motherland. Hey, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Africans are running everybody out, especially South Africa. Oof. Shout out to Geechee. He said, I saw that photo today. Yes, sir. Shout out to Rafi being in the building. Rafi says this. He said they be watching online how American women behave and talk. That's a good point. That's a real, I know exactly who the they you're talking about. Men in other countries. So let's put it that way. Men in other countries watch online how American women behave and talk. Those foreign men are like, no, we good. We good. Hey, I just came to America for the jobs. I came to America for the housing. Hey, I just snuck into America for the medical. I did not come to America for the women. You know, them foreign dudes be like, listen, I came for a job to make some money, feed my family back home. I am not here for the women. Let's just focus on making our money. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Gidget said, I saw 30-year-old society would continue to spiral down. Yeah, bruh. Shout out to Kenny also. He said, Frank Sinatra would quote, success is the best revenge. Shout out to Frank. Yes, sir. Let's get started with the video. We got 90 in the building. Shout out to all you guys that are here. Make sure you click the like button. We like you. We really do. Make sure that you like us too. Let's pull up the video. Pull up the video for tonight. Let us see.
Fellas, the ladies won't like.
Before we get started, let's give a shout out to a brother that does not get the credit that he deserves. Our brother on the screen, Brazil Yesh. This brother was one of the original brothers, along with Charles Tyler, Taylor Made Dreams, as well as Al Greaves with his Frustrated movies. He was one of the original dudes that was telling guys about coming down to Brazil. Now, I know you military guys and all you white brothers, y'all been going down to Brazil forever. I'm just talking about the modern day movement since 2017, 2018. These guys will tell Brazil Yesh and other guys have been telling black men come down to Brazil even before Snoop Dogg came out with his video. So shout out to this brother, man.
But give yourself a round of applause because you're now in the male happiness epidemic. Yeah, I know. They're not going to like it, but be proud of yourselves. Some of you get on planes and go overseas for that semblance of happiness. Some of you stay here in the States and you stay to yourself. You put your head down and work and you're okay. And every now and then you might take a trip and you're okay with that. You're fine with that because it brings you more peace. This lady did a video and you got to search it up. Very powerful. She said, who's been searching for loneliness? She said, why is there an uptick in loneliness? So she did a deep dive, a quick search, not even a deep dive. It just was a quick search. She realized that ladies are looking up how do women get over loneliness. And over 70% of the searches came from women.
Wow. That's deep. 70% of searches online regarding loneliness are women. Wow. He said, Dre, there's not been a foreign man who came to America for an American woman since Prince Hakeem. Right? Since Prince Hakeem did it and coming to America in 1988. Ooh, how the years fly by.
Around the world, right? 78% around the world came from women. With 96% of those searches being right here in the good old United States of America. So it's something that they try to paint on men. They try to paint the broad brush, oh, you men are suffering loneliness. They want you to buy these things because they think you are just playing video games and listen to them online. You're not. Women do over 65% of the videos that we see on TikTok, women make. So they have more time on their hands. Fellas are going overseas more. Fellas are playing basketball. Fellas in the gym. When they're not doing that, they're saying, man, how can I upgrade my situation? Dude, of course you got the first ball when you talk about the millions across the United States of America. So, fellas, keep doing it. Keep making it happen. That's why I said male only. That's why I wrote the book.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I have figured it out. I have cracked the code. All it boils down to is women do not like men to be happy.
Office today, trying to mail a package, and I overhear this guy on the phone, I guess, talking to one of his bros, talking about that he took this chick out and she had an attitude at dinner. So she basically asked him, like, why did you bring me here? You asked me what my favorite food is, and they don't even offer that. And he was like, well, when I asked you where you wanted to go, you said it didn't matter. So we're here. And he was like, and she had an attitude for the rest of the night. And I thought to myself, this is exactly why men are starting to spend money different. So this chick is out on a date and she did all of the 3 wrong things. She complained, had expectations, and she had attitude. And he was saying like, oh my God, and she was so pretty. I can't believe that she acted like this. And I'm just like, wow, we think that as women, we got pretty privileged, and we don't. Great men do not mind spending money on women. They do not mind taking care of women. They do not mind providing at all. But what a man does mind is feeling used and abused.
Women attack men when they're happy.
Women attack men when men are happy?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, why do women do that?
Because happiness and power comes together in a man's body, and the power is scary, terrifies us. Especially if we don't feel connected to you, because we're afraid to use it against us. If we feel connected to you, then we're happy you're happy. If we don't, it's scary. And so we have to diminish the power. So we will attack them when they're happy. They come home, they caught a big fish, or whatever it was they did. If it wasn't something that I did that gave you that feeling, then that's a problem.
You're more excited to go out with your friends.
It's supposed to make you happy.
The craziest thing you got the ick for?
I don't like to see happiness sometimes. I don't know. I just saw a man like smiling.
So he said that he enjoyed dating me, but he does not enjoy the fact that I come to every date late. Now, honestly and truthfully, I do come to every date late on purpose because I'm a lady. And I feel as though
this woman actually believes that the lack of punctuality is ladylike. Somebody told her that a grand entrance and being late is the exact same thing. And yet they don't want you guys to travel or have hobbies or just stay home and be at peace. She says, I'm late on every date. That means that this brother has been tolerating this over and over and over. One of the things that I'm noticing about American men is this. You guys aren't getting tired fast enough. I noticed that about me when I was in the States. When it comes to certain things, you guys tolerate stuff longer than you should. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, remember, I just said I was like that too. A lot of times women have, I'm telling you something. A lot of times, well, a lot of the reason why 80% of the divorces that are filed by women, because you men, and don't say because of the kids and all that, because not all of us got kids by our wives or ex-wives. A lot of it is that men will stay in an unhealthy situation a lot longer than a woman would. A man will stay in another 15 years when a woman left you after year 4. You'd have stayed there another 15 years in that miserable relationship if it was up to men, because we tolerate stuff a lot longer than we should. And that also comes to dating. We think because we smashing somebody attractive or we want to smash somebody attractive, I'll put up with it a little longer. And then we as men put up with it. And then every time we find out one thing, most of us men, let's be honest, it wasn't even worth it. How many times you didn't tolerate something from a woman and then at the end of the day when you analyzed it, her demeanor wasn't worth it. Her coochie wasn't worth it. The head game that she gave me wasn't even worth it. I went on 5 dates with her that equated to maybe $800 to $1,000. When I finally got the coochie, it was not worth that $1,000 that I spent on those 5 dates. We men stick around too long. When she finally gave me some head, it wasn't even worth spending $1,000. This ain't no $800 head. I paid for 5 dates. She finally gave me the sex. She's sucking me off, and I'm looking like, She don't know what the hell she doing, but she look good. You know how many times us men have put up with a very attractive woman just to find out her sex game is trash or her coochie is trash? You smell that coochie, you like, man, she look good, but where is that smell? Some of us have, I know I have. I remember, I kid you not, I was probably 18, 17. I had this real cute female that I was trying to smash. Finally got the coochie. She spread them legs, man. It reeked so bad. I literally stood. I didn't say a word. I'm 18 years old. I stood up, didn't argue. I didn't say what the hell that smell is. I didn't say nothing to her. I stood up. And I had gone out on date after date after date as an 18-year-old. I had met her family and everything. And I'm finally about to get the coochie. That cutie with all that beauty spread her legs. I stood up. And she was talking to me. Did I say something? Did I do something wrong? And so she's trying to figure out, like, what's the matter, Andre? What's the matter? I didn't say a word. I put my clothes on, put my shoes on, and I walked right out the door, and I never saw her again. Remember, this was in the 80s, so this was a year before the actual cell phones were out. Unless you had the big giant, you know. Sometimes us men, we have to break the habit of staying around too long. It ain't worth the investment. This chick here ain't worth 5 dates. I've had females, man, that bragged on their sex game, and when you got it, you was like, and I've had females that said nothing about their sex game, and it was fire. Fire. Amazing. And you would swear, as nerdy as that chick looked, you didn't see that coming for nothing. But the one that was super pretty and and she smelled all good, the perfume, as soon as you got into the bedroom, you was like, this sex is trash. It was not worth the dates. It was not worth me taking her to the theme park. You know, come on, guys. You know how it was when we was young in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, taking her to the theme park, and then I took on a date, and then I met her for lunch, and then I'm steady spending money. When I finally got the sex, it was trash. Sometimes when we see certain behavior out of a woman, and you know it's not parallel to what you want, and I don't care in any country, a true man that travels knows this. It's too many beautiful women in the world, so I know I could cut this chick off and replace her with another one. I am not going to tolerate a chick that's always late. That is not cute. That is not ladylike like she tried to sell it. It's not a grand entrance. It doesn't make me thirsty to want to see you. All it does is pissing me off, because if you know that I'm a man of success, you know men of success, we are very, very meticulous with our time. We do not play with our time. If you want to play with anything, I'll say it like this. The little measly $200 for that meal, you can play with that $200 before you play with my time. A woman that plays with my time can get kicked to the curb faster than a woman that played with a measly $200. But chicks like this think that, oh, it's cool. But a lot of us men, like she just described, we allow them to do it over and over and over again, so they think we like it. And so they continue to mistreat us. My brother Geechee said, man, that happened to me twice. He said, chicks smell so bad. He said, I knew it was a disease. He said, I was scared as F, but got lucky and never saw her again. Yeah, man, I don't know what made me do it like that. Like I said, I'm a kid. I don't know. I didn't say one dude, not one word. I didn't say, no, it's not you, it's me. I didn't do none of that. I smelled that, bruh. I put my clothes right back on, bruh. Button up my little shirt, put my little sneakers on, and I walked out the door. I walked out that door, and I ain't say no. I kept doing, and she was beautiful. And I said, no, no. He said, beautiful ladies. J3 said, beautiful ladies usually don't have a perfume or don't have to perform or get creative during it. That's true. Because they think that their beauty is enough. That is true, brother. Leo Gang says this. He say, we're conditioned to tolerate this from women due to our mothers and the U.S. culture / laws. I agree with 100% agree with that. He say Dre reaching Professor X level consciousness. Seriously, man. I'm like, really? And Florida Gator says this. I know a couple of guys I'm missing the super chats. Let me hit you guys up. He said, my ex-wife learned real quick. I give you 10 minutes, then I leave. You show up at 15 minutes, I'm gone. I'm with you on that one, bro. I'm with you on that one. A man supporting me and said, he said, Andre, from your point of view as a man, how come women do not like to see men happy, but men love to see women happy? Oh, that's easy. Women love to see men happy. They do. With them. You caught that? Women, for the most part, you're going to see that in the video tonight. And I've seen this in real life. How many times have you seen a dude out and about with his boys? Just having a good time. Or it's a couples night where all the couples go out. Even better. And the guys are having a great time. And because the wives have nothing else to gossip about, they're done talking to each other. Now they want to leave. You got to leave with your woman. You ain't ready to leave. You got a brand new beer that you just ordered. You next in line to play pool. And now you got to leave. Because you want to? No. Women do not like to see men happy unless it's with them. Now, ladies, eat the meat, spit out the bones. This does not apply to all women. So eat the meat, spit out the bones. Apply to you what applies to you. But too many, that's noticeable, ladies, among your tribe, don't like to see men happy. Don't like to give men space. I think that's one of the greatest blessings that me and Andrea have in our marriage. Andrea knows I appreciate her having her space. Where Andrea said, I just want to just go. I want to go take myself out to lunch. I remember a couple months ago, I was out walking and jogging, just exercising. And I said, let me walk into Chippy Choppy Mall, right? And I was walking through, right? Just walking through. And I see Andrea. Now I thought Andrea's on the other side of the city. I see Andrea just sitting there, cup of coffee, just enjoying her little quiet time. And on the other side of that same coffee shop with some of my boys, so we started hollering and talking. Then Andre say, Andre, sit down. I said, you know, I'm exercising right now, woman. And she was like, sit down, have some coffee with me. And we sat down and I enjoyed a little bit of coffee. But initially it was just her tranquility, her quiet place. We embrace the fact that we don't need to be Andre and Andrea all the time. There is no jealousy in this marriage. We don't try to control each other. Well, what if she cheat? What can I do about it? Either I'm going to stay or leave. That's the only decision I get in this whole thing. If Andre cheats on me, you know what decisions I get? To stay or leave. I'm not one of them dudes that's going to go, I'm going to go beat him up for taking the coochie. Did he grape her? No. Okay, so she gave it to him. Okay, so I'm not going to be mad at my man who knew I was married but he still took the coochie. I ain't one of y'all. See, y'all dudes will fight the dude. Y'all fight the dude for getting the free coochie that your woman gave him. But you want to fight the dude. You want to delete the dude. That shows how lame you are. Me, I know I'm at the point of choice. I can stay or I can leave. I know me, I'll leave. But to sit back and try to control Andrea by going through her cell phone and try to find this out, and I'm following her and putting a tracker on the car. No, I ain't doing all that, man. Y'all have fun with that. I got too many things in life that I really need to do before I leave this planet. The last thing I need to do is be chasing this woman down, and I'm 59 years old. If you in your 50s and you still got to chase chicks down, bruh, just date chicks. You don't need to have a relationship no more. You done. If you are in your 50s and you still got to do that, if you still got to work on your jealousy issues, if you are in your 50s and you are still insecure about women, in your 50s, bruh, just do pay for play. Just do pay for play. Go to a brothel, go to a strip. Don't get no woman in no country. You ain't no way in hell you supposed to still be insecure in your 50s. In your 50s, you know two things gonna happen if she cheat on you. You gonna stay or you gonna leave. That's it. You know it and I know it. You can be mad and stay or mad and leave. But don't be sitting around talking about in your 50s, I'm about to go get him. He done took my love. He done tarnished my woman. She was pure. You gonna delete the man? Man, y'all doing the bass backwards. So women don't want to see you happy in many cases, not all, without them. Without them. But I'm going to say this, men, don't you do that. Don't be one of them dudes that come to a foreign country and your woman got to be up under you all the time because you insecure for real, for real. You got you a baddie Brazilian. And you need to know where she at every 15 minutes. Bruh, if you got to do all that, go back to the States, man. That woman had a life before you got there, and she going to have a life while you're there. I'll say that again. That Brazilian chick had a life before you got there, and she will have a life with her family, her friends, and colleagues while you're there. So if you think you'll come to Brazil or come to Panama and create a life for these women, you crazy. You just like me. I'm a new part of Andrea's dynamic, the definition of Andrea Wallace. I am not the full definition of Miss Andrea Wallace Spence, or in Spanish, Andrea Spence Wallace. But that going to other countries and you need your woman up under you all the time. Now, if she's like that and you like that, cool. But you try to force her, let me see you. If you going in another country, bruh, and you need to go through your woman phone, you ain't got no woman. I'm gonna tell you that now. If you in another country and you got to go through your woman phone, you ain't got no woman. You forcing dudes like how I used to be to smash your woman. You putting your woman right into my hands. What do women say? I might as well cheat anyway, don't they? Don't women say that? If you keep accusing me of cheating, I might as well. And that's why I say you do. I could easily say 30% of the wives, girlfriends, and you guys, wives and girlfriends that I smashed when I was in the States, I had very little to do with it. You ready? You kept running off at the mouth with your insecurities, and your wife or your girlfriend said, since you think I'm effing them, I might as well eff them anyway. Because you talk to her like she was already effing me. You walk and behave like she already effing me or some other dude. And so the woman was like, you know what? If I'm going to get cussed out, I'm gonna get 3 orgasms out of it. If he gonna keep going through my cell phone, I'm gonna give him a reason to go through my cell phone. I kid you not, 30% of the women that I was with a wife or with a girlfriend, I could easily say it had, dude, your wife and your girlfriend would approach me at work and say, I want to give you the coochie. You know why? Not because of me. I didn't talk her out of it. You talked her into it. You caught that? I did not talk your woman out of her panties. You talked her into dropping her panties with your insecurities. The most insecure dudes, man, it's so easy to smash y'all women. You think that your woman gonna be up under you 24 hours a day. You got her phone monitored. You got a tracker underneath the car. Bruh, we could leave her car right there. I could smash your woman in the parking lot at work. What are you talking about? She go on lunch break, dude. You know how many y'all wives I smashed in my truck, and she would be on the phone with you halfway. Once we get done smashing, while she putting her clothes back on, she is on the phone with you during lunch break. So the first 30 minutes of lunch break, I'm running through her. The second 30 minutes of lunch break, she on the phone with you. Or she would come in my office. You know how many times oh my God. If I had $1 for every time one of you dudes called while I was smashing your wife, bent over in my office, she's answering the cell phone. I'll call you back in a minute. Give me 10 minutes, babe. I'm on lunch break. I'm about to grab something to eat and I'll call you right back. I finish busting in your wife and she cleans herself up, grabs her sandwich, and spend the next 30 minutes on the phone with you like ain't nothing happened. How did I get that coochie? I talked your wife out of it? No. I talked your girlfriend out of it? No. Did the next man talk your girlfriend out of it? No. A lot of times y'all be pushing y'all woman to the streets, and then y'all want to call her, she's a hoe. No, she wasn't. There was nothing hoe about her. You created that hoe in her mind. Some of y'all talk too much, man. Either you gonna stay or you gonna leave. But y'all need to stop forcing y'all women into the streets, man. She belonged to the streets. Negro, you kicked her into the streets. Dude, 30% of y'all, I still owe a Christmas card and a shot of your favorite liquor. Because if it wasn't for you, I would have never been able to smash your wife. So I owe you a shot and I owe you a Christmas card. I owe you a Christmas card. Y'all talk too much, man. Y'all press y'all women into another man's arms. Just like what was that song by K. Michelle? I might as well have cheated on him. The way he was accused me of cheating, I might as well. That song is real. Why you think women in the millions resonated with that song? Why you think that song hit the charts the way that it did? Because women could relate to all you millions of insecure men constantly going through their phone, constantly meeting them up under you all the time, constantly putting trackers on cars, constantly you're in the bushes, constantly you going through the trash looking for condoms. Yeah, I know dudes that do that. Constantly insecure. So when came, I think not K. Michelle, but what was her name? That came with that song, not K. Michelle, but Keisha Cole. When Keisha Cole came out with that song, I might as well have cheated. Man, millions of women were like, yup, and that's why I cheated. Man, y'all got to start being secure about your game. Either you're gonna stay or you're gonna leave. But all that pushing your woman to the streets is dudes in the streets waiting for your woman like I was. So keep on playing that insecure game. Keep on thinking that I'm in control and being insecure. Don't worry about it. Why you think Colombians cheat so much? Because half these dudes push their own women into the arms of other men with their insecurities. So Colombian women be like, man, I might as well go ahead and cheat. I might as well. That's all you do is accuse me of cheating. You talk to me like I'm cheating. You treat me like I'm cheating. And in some cases, you touch her like she's cheating. So even here in Colombia, the Colombian women like, man, I'm about to go ahead and cheat, man. This dude out here. Yeah, he said that was Keisha Cole. Thanks, brother. Not K Michelle. Don't be disrespectful. Got you, brother. She was pure. Yeah, pure piece of ish. For real, seriously. T-Mac said, I could cut chicks off with the quickness in Colombia. Facts in Colombia. He said, if they ask if I get jealous, he said, I'll tell them no. I just let you go. That's me and Andrea. Andrea's like that. And I think that's one thing that we're both parallel with. Me and Andrea do not do jealousy. That is not our thing. We are both cutoff artists. Both of us. Go ahead and play. You gonna get cut off. Both of us are the same way. Now we both have our reasons, different reasons of cutting off somebody. But when we cut off, we done. He said they tried to plead their case. If they knew, he said, try to plead their case. If they know you will let them go. If they know that you will let them go. Absolutely correct. And Kang in the building says this. Oh, we're talking to Kobe. Let me not step into somebody's conversation. Well, he says this. He said, I'm not fighting another man over some sugar walls for real that she gave him. I'm out. I'm with you on that one, brother. I kid you not. I'm the exact same way. Esco says this. He said, because they hope, nope. They need in this, nope. See, y'all, I ain't gonna let, amen. I'm not about to let y'all slide with this one this easy. I've been the dude on the other side of the cheating that your woman was doing. Some of y'all women wouldn't have never gave that coochie to nobody else but you. You can't. Here's the problem with men. Y'all ready? The problem with too many of us men, we forget this. Y'all ready? Simple. Women are humans too. If your woman keep accusing you of something, you gonna be like, F it. I might as well be in these streets then. She keep on accusing me of these streets. I ain't no street dude like that. But if she keep on talking like that, okay, cool. I'm gonna head out in these streets. I'm gonna show her what these streets about. That's men, right? Women are human too. We're so used to, historical, putting them on paintings and statues and beauty of women, the innocence and motherhood of women. And we so much have a reason in every different area to, historically to pedestalize women that we don't realize they just people. And if you push a man to his limit, you will see him at his limit. And if you push a woman to her limit, you will see her at her limit. You can call her a whore all you want. And she was telling you, I ain't even want to be out there in them streets like that. But since you want to put me out there in them streets, go ahead. And I'm gonna let you guys, I agree with you. Whatever you believe, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so it is. If you believe that every time you picked a woman, she's a whore, I got news for you. If she cheated on you, she's a whore. You picked her. Just like we tell women. Esco, you picked her. If she a hoe, okay, cool, she a hoe. But you picked that hoe. So what does that say about you? And if the next one cheat on you, you pick two hoes. So are you a man that love hoes? Because you sure picking them. based off of your hypothesis. Well, she was already a whore, but you picked her. If she cheated on me, then she's a whore. Okay, but you still picked her. You picked the hoe. You had kids by her. Your kids are half hoe. You gave birth to kids that are half hoe? Your kids are half hoe. They only in the 4th grade. When they grow up, they gonna realize that my mama was a full hoe and I'm a half hoe. Your son gonna take after your mama. He gonna have a bunch of mama. He gonna have a bunch of kids. Your daughter gonna have a bunch of kids because you picked a hoe. You picked her. See, it's easy for us men to say, "Hey, he hit you. You picked him. If he put his hands on you and you kept going back, you picked him." It's easy for us to say that to women. But when women cheat on y'all and we want to sit back and say she a bitch or she a hoe, okay, cool. She a bitch, she a hoe, but you picked her and you stayed. So yeah, as a man thinketh, so it is. If you think that the women that cheat on their men are hoes, cool, but you picked that hoe. I'm telling y'all that everybody has a breaking point. That's what my point is. Everybody has a breaking point. You cannot push a man to his edge. He's got a breaking point. Men, we cannot push women to the edge. They are human and they're emotionally driven. They have a breaking point. A woman will cheat on you just because she's emotionally tired of you. Do you know that? Okay. To all you dudes that have been with another man's woman, do not most of those women, after you smash them, talk to you like you're their counselor? After you done got the coochie of your female coworker, does she not talk to you as if you her caseworker, her marriage counselor, her pastor, her priest? Y'all still laying in that hotel room bed and she doing taxi cab confessions. Am I lying? All you dudes that have been with somebody else, a woman will cheat on you just because you emotionally are an idiot and she ain't got nobody else to turn to. She ain't even laying with me for the sex. She laying with me just because I'm not gonna cuss her out like you do. Just like you do. Some of you dudes ain't even got enough game. You think that your woman is a hoe. Your woman gave me the coochie just so she can have somebody to talk to. Everybody knows a woman's sex game is connected to her emotions. And if you playing with her emotions by belittling her, let me see your phone, where you at, what you doing, I don't believe you, I'm coming over there right now. You keep playing them emotional games, she gonna keep coming to us. Why? Because she want my sex? No, she wants your sex. She wants your love. But you keep playing them emotional games with her emotions, she is going to go somewhere where she can find emotional peace. And if it, with a woman, if it takes sexual presence to give her emotional peace, a woman will exchange sex for emotional peace all the time. A lot of times I got the coochie because I gave your woman peace. I made her smile. You don't do that no more. I complimented her. You don't do that no more. I asked her how she's doing today. You don't do that no more. You know how many? Dude, I know all about you and your kids and your job and your business and the times you went to jail. Why? How did I know that? Did I ask your woman? Hell no. We was laying up in that hotel room, or we was sitting in the back of my truck or in the back of her car. Could have been the back of your car. I don't know. We in a parking lot at work. In the back of the car, and she telling everything. She didn't even need the sex from me. She needed another man that will make her feel like a woman, if only during a lunch break. So all y'all dudes that want to call women hoes, cool. But I'm giving y'all the true game of the dudes on the other side that was smashing y'all women. The reason we could smash y'all women because y'all was y'all effing up in bed? No. Was y'all bad lovers? No. Was y'all penis small? We wouldn't get no small penis stories. The stories that your woman was telling us was that you were fucking with her emotions. That's why I got the coochie. And that's why men tonight will get the coochie of some dude's woman, because y'all always be fucking up with the emotions and not realizing a woman's sex organ is connected to her emotions. Fuck up the emotions. Whoever can master a woman's emotions will be the one to get the pussy. And since why do you think it's so easy for pastors who are very unattractive men? Your pastor can be fat, obese, smoke 2 packs of cigarettes after service. He got the gout, one leg cut off. Your wife will fuck the dog shit out of a pastor. Why? Because the pastors know that all I gotta do is listen. I ain't gotta talk her out no pussy. All I gotta do is listen. If a man could tap into the emotional side that a woman is trying to release, she will release her pussy every motherfucking time. Why do you think pimps get away with it? Pimps tap into the emotions of a woman. Pimps tap into the emotion of a woman where she feel like, I gotta have him in my life. He's the only one that understands me. He's the only one that listens to me. He's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only one. While you mere mortal as men back home talking about your woman a hoe. You keep calling your woman a hoe. It's cool. We will keep fucking her too. I'm gonna say that again. Keep calling your woman back home. She's a whore. Okay, cool. And she's still gonna keep getting fucked by dudes that will listen to her after she got fucked. That has never failed. I have never slept with a dude's woman that did not need a counselor, that did not need me to be her emotional wingman, that did not need me to be her priest. She just wanted to release all that pain and being tired. And the part that frustrated her the most, I'm gonna tell y'all ready? I'm giving y'all a true game. The part that frustrated y'all women the most when I was sleeping with them was the fact that she still was madly in love with you and you was treating her like shit emotionally. I'll say that part again. The part that got to me the most, that was the most common thread that I noticed. Y'all wives and girlfriends truly loved y'all, but you kept emotionally fucking up. And like I said, whoever controls the emotions controls the pussy. And since you no longer had control over the emotions of your woman, because you was threatening her with all type of stupid shit, and I got a hold, if only for one night or for 6 months, was able to control and bring joy to your woman's emotions, I was getting the coochie just because I was able to keep the emotions happy. I ain't had to lie to her. I ain't had to connive her. All I had to do be willing to listen to her after we got done having sex. If you want the truth, as long as I did not get out that bed and I let her let it all out emotionally, I was gonna get that pussy again tomorrow. And all you dudes that's on the other side, all you boyfriends and husbands that don't know what I'm talking about, because you ain't never been on the other side as the dude that they was fucking. I'm talking to you from the perspective of the dude that had fucked many a wife and many a girlfriend. And I've been many a boy toy. And I'm telling you how women work. I'm talking about boy toy to single women. That they were too busy in it. Now boy toys are like this. You got a woman that's single. She might have kids, she might not have kids. But she's so busy in her career that she doesn't have time for a man. But she needs somebody to come through every once in a while to either go on a date with, or to go to a movies with, or just come through and smash that coochie, and she call you when she gonna call you. She just need a boy toy. She don't want to meet no family member. She don't want to talk to you in public. She ain't about no holding no hands. She's working on her 3rd degree, or she just focusing on the kids. Some of you dudes been boy toys. You know what I'm talking about. The only time she ever call you is when the kids go over their daddy house for Christmas, for the Christmas holiday, for them 2 weeks. So the kids gone for 2 weeks. She call you. You come through, beat that coochie up for 2 weeks straight. You a boy toy. When the kids are gone for the summer, you don't hear her all summer. You ain't talk to her. Maybe 1 or 2 texts all year. Spring, maybe 1 or 2 texts. March, maybe 1 or 2 texts. Let May hit, she calling you. Because them kids, when them kids get out of school at the end of May, they going down south to their grandmama house for the next 2 months. You coming through and you gonna beat her back in. Y'all going to the movies. Y'all might even hit a concert. You the boy toy. But you know when them kids come back in the school time and it's time for her to get school clothes and school books and them kids register for school, you ain't supposed to be nowhere to be found until the next holiday break when them kids go over to their daddy house. That's a boy toy. It's just a woman that needs you to come through and make her feel like a woman every once in a while. So I'm telling you guys from a perspective of a boy toy and a dude that was smashing wives, plenty of them, and smashing girlfriends. All what y'all saying about y'all woman, I'm telling y'all this, who ain't never been on this side, I'm telling y'all, what y'all saying is some bullshit. Your woman is not a hoe. Your woman is a human. And the difference between how I treated her, if only for one night or for a few weeks, I treated her like a human being, meaning that after I sexed her, I knew it wasn't even a question about it. I knew if your woman had an hour worth of sex, she had an hour before we need to go home. She need to go home, right? I knew, Dre, fuck her for 25 minutes. Cause she need to talk for about good 20 minutes before she get up, get dressed, take a shower, and leave. I knew Dre don't fuck her for no hour. You ain't gonna get this pussy again if you fuck her for an hour. But if you fuck her for 15 minutes to 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and just let her ass just talk and release that shit, you gonna get that pussy over and over and over and over and over. And I wasn't spending no money on your woman. I wasn't taking your woman here. I wasn't taking your woman there. We wasn't doing no damn lunch-ins. We wasn't doing no dinners. I wasn't taking your woman to meet nobody. Your woman just needed somebody that was going to at least listen to her because your ass stopped. That's the truth. So go ahead, call her a hoe. Believe what you want to believe. But I'm going to tell you what happens behind the curtains. I know ain't nobody ever talked to you dudes like this. I know y'all ain't never talked to a boy toy, a professional, true boy toy before. I know y'all ain't never talked to no dude that really was fucking wives out there. I know y'all ain't never probably listened to no dude on YouTube that was really out there fucking y'all girlfriends. And y'all ain't never heard why they were doing it. I'm telling you tonight, this is one of the reasons they were doing it. Now, mind you, did some of y'all date hoes or marry a hoe? Yes. There are women out there that she's just a hoe, dog. You knew she was a hoe before you married her, dog. You knew if I wasn't gonna get the coochie, somebody was. You knew she was a hoe. Your mama told her that. Your mama told you she was a hoe. Your sister told you that something ain't right. Come on, some of y'all done dated women that you know that your sister and your mama and even God told you something ain't right. But because your nose was wide open, like the old folks used to say, because your nose was wide open, because you was whipped on that coochie, you put a ring on her finger. But then she steady giving that pussy out to her ex-boyfriend, her baby daddy, a co-worker. She was a hoe. And you knew it. One of the things I learned about men, I am not going to sit back and let us act like we don't know shit like we do. I know men from sleeping with y'all women, y'all pretend like y'all didn't know. When your woman was sucking my dick the way she sucked my dick, I knew your woman was a hoe. Even I knew that I was not the first dick that she got since y'all got married. Even I knew that. Man, I was sleeping with this one chocolate chick. My brother Sean D. Upshaw know the chick. I was sleeping with this one chocolate chick. I knew this bitch was sucking my dick beyond her. I was like, this ain't just how you suck your husband's dick. This is how you suck many a dick. I could tell I was not the first man she cheated on her husband with. Some of y'all try to pretend. If I'm the sad dude and I could recognize your woman a hoe, how the fuck you ain't recognize your woman a hoe? You did, but you married her anyway. You did, but you kept making her your woman anyway, your girlfriend anyway, because she was so fine and her sex game was fire. Why do you think her sex game was fire sometimes? Some of those women, not most, but some of those women, my brother Esco is correct. I'll give you that one. Some of y'all women ain't nothing but hoes. And even I recognized it. So if I recognize it as the dude, as one of her many side dudes, how the fuck you ain't recognize it? That's the question you need to be asking, not about if she a hoe or not. You need to be asking, what is wrong with my spidey senses? If Andre's spidey senses is working on my woman, how the fuck I ain't know that my woman was a hoe before I put a ring on her finger? What type of spidey senses you got? Your woman sucking my dick, my spidey senses tingling like a motherfucker. Oh hell, shit, oh hell, nah, something ain't right. She a professional at this. I need to pull a camera out. We need to put her right on Scoring Hub today. She ain't learned how to do this just from one husband. She been sucking for many a moon. So yeah, there are some out there that's hoes. And y'all still stay with them. And that's why we fucked them. And that's why we ain't give a fuck about fucking your wife or your girlfriend. Because if you gonna ignore she a hoe, why shouldn't I? Why should I? Not why shouldn't I, but why should I? Why should I ignore the fact that your woman a hoe and she want to fuck me? No, you was the one that ignored that she was a hoe. I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to treat her like the hoe she is. I'm going to say this again. Many of y'all wives that was hoes, I treated them like a hoe. You didn't treat them like a hoe. You put a ring on her finger. You bought a house for her. You bought her 2 trucks in the last 5 years. You gave her 3 kids. That was your ass, and you knew she was a hoe. And your boys told you she was the neighborhood hoe. And your mama told you something wasn't right about her. And your priest is putting holy water on that bitch. And you still married her. So just because you ignored your wife hoism, don't think I ain't. I'm taking advantage of that hoe. Every hoe, every inkling, every piece of DNA, every molecule of her wholeness, I'm taking advantage of that. You damn right I'm gonna take advantage of your hoe. Just because your dumb ass ignored that she was a hoe. Y'all crazy. Gonna sit up there and put a ring on her finger knowing she a hoe. Once again, I didn't say that they weren't hoe, Esco. I said that some of them are, many of them are, but y'all married them anyway. See, here's my point, Esco. You ready? You could be, shout out to Black Nubian in the building, them Canadian brothers. Here's my point, Esco. Everything that you're saying is 100% correct, but y'all ain't going nowhere anyway. Y'all never left. Let's read your first line. Dre, if these broads weren't hoes, let's say they all were. You niggas still put a ring on the finger. You white boys still put a ring on the finger. So what's your point? That's my point. I was fucking your whole wife, your whole girlfriend while she was with you. You know why? Because your whole asses didn't leave. Y'all stayed with them. Because whatever she was doing, she had a kid by for you. I don't know. She took care of you when you was down. She was there when your mama got sick. I don't know what your excuse was for staying with that hoe. But yeah, let's go with your perspective. They all 100% of any woman that ever cheated on her husband is a hoe. Let's go with it. You motherfuckers still stayed. Y'all still stayed. So yes, we're gonna accept they hoes. Now it's time for you to accept the fact that y'all asses still stayed. Cause I wasn't fucking no hoes that didn't have a man. I was fucking hoes that had a man. Based off your theory, if 100% was hoes, let's go with the 100% hoes. I'll work with that. And 100% of them hoes had a man. Y'all wasn't going nowhere. You knew she wasn't shit. You knew she was a hoe. You put a ring on it anyway. You put a roof over her head and bought a house anyway. You put food in that refrigerator. You gave her kids and everything else. You knew she was a hoe. Why you want to act surprised when I fucked her and 10 other dudes fucked her in your 14-year marriage? Based off your theory. Based off your theory, they hoes. Cool, I take that. But y'all ain't go nowhere. All them hoes had a man. You catch that? Y'all don't want to talk about that part. All them hoes that y'all want to say that they was hoes, cool. I'm with that. 100% every woman in human history that ever slept behind her man, they are a hoe. Cool. Every one of them hoes had y'all. Y'all don't want to catch that part. Every one of them had y'all. I ain't never fucking no hoe that didn't have a man. Based off your theory, I never fucked a hoe that didn't have a man. Based off your theory that they all hoes. So cool. I ain't arguing down the whole part. I'm arguing down the part that y'all motherfuckers wasn't going nowhere. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, Flicky scared to leave. Scared of this is the funny. Hey, Flicky, scared another motherfucker go get the pussy while another motherfucker getting the pussy. Scared another motherfucker will get the pussy if you leave, while another motherfucker is getting the pussy while you there. You scared to leave. I'm gonna ride this one out. You scared to leave because you don't want Keith down the street to get the pussy. But Dre at work is already getting the pussy. Man, y'all make fucking y'all bitches too easy. Too easy. Too easy. Y'all made it easy. When I'm telling y'all, half y'all women walked up, and it wasn't like I'm Mr. Handsome. I'm not saying it like I'm Mr. Handsome and I had these suits on and I smell so good and the women couldn't resist me. I'm not talking nothing like that. I'm not talking anything like that. Did I not say from talking to most of y'all women, those women loved your stanky drawers? It was just that you was an asshole and you was insecure and her emotions got tired of you being an asshole and or insecure. I'm going to say that again. A lot of you dudes, women cheat on y'all. A woman's emotions. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care what country you're in. I don't care what race you are. Your woman's emotions are connected to her pussy. Her pussy is connected to her emotions. You fuck over her emotions, she gonna take those emotions. You might as well say take her pussy to whoever gonna take care of her emotions. And whoever takes care of her emotions, I didn't say her thoughts, I didn't say her money, I didn't say this, I didn't say that. I don't care if it's for 2 hours. You know how your boy can fuck your woman? Just by entertaining her emotions. If you don't, I'm gonna say this again. You know how your boy, you know how many, dude, when I was dirty, I ain't even told y'all some of my grimy ass stories when I was fucking all my boys' wives and girlfriends. I ain't never tell y'all none of them grimy ass stories. Them the ones I really pray that the Lord forgive me of. Dude, all a dude's gotta do if you fucking over your woman's emotions / pussy because they're connected, you fuck them over. All I had to do, bruh, literally just listen. I didn't have to say, oh, I can't believe he with a woman and messing over a woman. Like I had to do none of that bullshit. I ain't had to hate on. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I have never hated on a man to get his woman's pussy. I'm gonna say that again, just in case all you dudes in the back that think he might be one of them hater ass dudes that be hating them. No, it's a lot of dudes like me that ain't even have to talk about your ass. Dude, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I was fucking y'all wives, I never brought you up. She did. When I was fucking y'all girlfriends, I never brought you up. I never talked about you dudes. Cause I'm a dude. So I know what it's like to be a dude and dealing with women. So I never was like, oh, your man ain't shit, or oh, fuck that nigga. You need to be with me. I never did that shit. Like, damn, so you can give me the put that nigga must be a lame. I never did that shit. You know why? I didn't have to. And a lot of dudes can go in the comments and tell, dude, put a 1 in the comment. Oh, here we go. Y'all ready? Put a 1 in the comment if you ever got another motherfucker's bitch and you ain't never had to talk about him. Put a 1 in the comment if you ever got the pussy of another man's bitch. I don't care if it was at a party one night. I don't care if you was out of the country and you smashed your dude's bitch and you never, ever brought him up ever as a man. She may have talked about him, but you ain't never talked about that dude. So all you dudes that, thank you very much, gentlemen. So all you dudes that think that we got to talk about you to get your woman's panty, nigga, please. Ain't nobody talk about your ass. Your woman gave me the pussy because your ass do not know how to keep her emotionally stable, if only for one night. If only for 1 month I fucked your bitch. If only for 1 year while I was fucking your bitch. You decided that you were going to spend so much time, because we'll go back to the topic, accusing her and being insecure and being jealous of her. And I'm going to say it like this. A lot of you dudes feel insecure, jealous, and want to go through your girl's phone in any country because your spidey senses are telling you this is a hoe that I'm in love with. You don't want to admit you love hoes. Your girlfriend in the state was a hoe, wasn't she? First girlfriend in high school that cheated on you was a hoe, wasn't she? What about the one in college that you was in love? Oh, she was a hoe too? How old are you? You 43 right now? You been in the Philippines. The Filipino chick that you really was in, she was a hoe too. Some of y'all only love hoes. And you don't want to admit that. You attract hoes. Some of us attract a blend of both. Some guys attract only good women. But there are men out there that reason why they're always insecure about them. No, I'm like that because my last girlfriend cheated on me. You mean the hoe? You mean the hoe that cheated on you? That's why I go through my girl's phone, because women out here cheating. Yeah. You mean the hoes that you have always dealt with are cheating? Some of y'all 43, 44 years old. You ain't never had a woman that was not a hoe. You always had to go through I see why you go through your woman phone. I see why you put a tracker on the car and a tracker on her suitcase. I see why you do pop-ups at her job during lunch break. I get you. If I was a dude that was attracting hoes, I'd have to move like you. I'm gonna say this again. If I was attracting the same quality of women that you were attracting since high school, I'd be going through bitches' phones too. I'd be going through purses too. I'd be accusing too. I'd be like, where you at too? Where you going to? I'd be just like y'all asses. But I don't attract hoes. That's why I ain't never been through a female's phone. I ain't never been through no female's purses. I never have asked a day one, except for maybe out of concern. Now, where y'all going today? Other than that, I don't give a damn. Why? I don't attract hoes. Yes, there are men that walk the planet that soon as their spidey senses say, that's a hoe, we know how to fuck them and cut them off. You don't know how to do that. I'm going to say that again. There are men that walk the planet of various races that could see the whole energy in milliseconds, but will say, I'm going to fuck her. I might even fuck her for a month, but then I'm cutting her ass off. And we cut them off. You know why? Our spidey senses tingle and we don't ignore it. But there are men out there that your spidey senses have been tingling just and working just as good as ours. The only difference is you ignore your spidey senses since you was a teenager. And that's why your whole life you've been asking bitches about what's in your phone, where you going, where you at, what you doing. I don't like your friends. I don't like your friends. She had them friends when she met you. I don't like your friend. Them bitches, they ain't shit. Especially LaWanica ass. I don't like LaWanica ass. All that shit you do that from woman to woman to woman to woman. All that fucking insecurity. Why? Because you attract and like hoes. So stop trying to put hoes, don't try to put women down like they're whores. Okay, let's say they are. You attract them. Some of y'all got more experience with hoes than I do. I'm serious. Some of you dudes got far more experience with hoes than I do. Way more. Why? I don't attract those type of women. Never have, never will. And when I did attract them, they got smashed and I got the fuck on. I wasn't one of them dudes trying to hang around. I can change her. All you I can change her motherfuckers. Okay, keep on trying to change hoes into housewives. I never did that shit. Never. You will never see me try to change a hoe into a housewife. I could change her. I could take her out the strip club. You ain't never see me go to no damn strip club talking about some girl, you don't need to be in here. Yes, you do, bitch. Yes, you do. You in the strip club for a reason and making this money for a reason. You will never see me go to a damn strip club and try to convince a stripper to leave a strip club. But it's millions of you motherfuckers that do. There's plenty of dudes that will pull out their money in a strip club and tell a damn stripper, you don't need to be in here. What do you need to get out of this life? Plenty of you dudes do that with pay for play. You will bring your ass to Medellin or bring your ass to Thailand and try to tell a motherfucking bitch that's been selling pussy for 5 years in Sosua that she don't need to be out here. Yes, the fuck she do. You don't need to be out there. You will convince a bitch not to be on the stroll when your dumb ass don't need to be out there. But since you attracted to hoes, you one of them dudes that try to convert hoes, convince hoes not to be who they are, hoes, and then check it, get mad when she fucked me and you want to call her a hoe, and we've been telling you she was a hoe when she was at the strip club. You want to give birth to a baby that's a half stripper. Your baby only 3 months old. That baby is half stripper already from birth. Cause you was with a strip. Y'all want to get mad at me because I got the pussy of your wife? Man, y'all motherfuckers don't get mad at me because the bitch gave me. You ignored all this. You got the same spidey senses I got. You got the same spidey senses I got. All men got spidey senses. You know when a bitch is right and you know when a bitch is wrong. I'm tired of men trying to get away with this playing stupid. We tell women, well, you chose him, but when I say to you, you chose that bitch, y'all want to get mad at me, and I see the numbers dropping. You chose that bitch in the Philippines. You chose that bitch in Thailand. You chose that bitch in Turkey. You chose that bitch in Egypt. You chose that bitch in motherfucking Botswana. And then you want to get mad at me because I told you I fucked her. But she was my woman. Dude, she was a whore. I know that was my first rant in quite a while. I appreciate you guys allowing that. Cool Cat stupid. Cool Cat said, I have not laughed this hard in 20 years. I appreciate that. I'm serious, man. I gave y'all some, I'm telling y'all, and no joke, I gave y'all some true behind the scenes games that a lot of dudes would sit back and say, Dre, you don't know what you're talking about. He said, OG Dre, calm down. You've been too harsh on us, Uncle YNs. Cut us some slack. If you only, tonight I just felt like, you know what? Let me just tell dudes a whole true story about how us dudes fuck y'all girlfriends and fuck y'all wives. Because nobody really tells you the real story about it. Everybody, you got the one dudes that come on YouTube like, yes, I'm a player and this is how I got the ladies. Yes, because, I got the money and I'm handsome and I got the gold. No, I'm not coming to you with that shit. Because them suave dudes are not at work with your wife. 85% of all affairs that take place in the United States and Canada are with coworkers, not with suave niggas that drive Rolls Royces and got long fingernails. Them niggas come on social media and try to make it seem like if you ain't got long fingernails, and you ain't suave, and you ain't about 35 years old as a man, that's why you can't get no ladies. No, motherfucker. 85% of affairs are happening with motherfuckers that look good at work, don't look good at work. Tall dudes at work, short dudes at work. Dudes that got high self-esteem getting pussy, dudes got low self-esteem getting pussy at work. 85% of y'all women, if she give up that pussy at work, ain't to no suave ass dude. Ain't to no dating coach. Ain't to no dude that's in polygamous relationships. Ain't to no swinger type dudes. I'm telling you, regular ass dudes are getting y'all motherfucking women. If the woman, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say 85% of women cheat. I'm talking about when they do cheat, it happens at work. To regular everyday ass dudes get your woman pussy. And I'm telling y'all what the secret is. And y'all told me, no, because she a hoe. No, dude, if she a hoe, you picked her. But I'm telling y'all the truth, behind the curtains, you don't want to admit y'all emotionally fucking up at home. And if you emotionally fuck up with somebody and her pussy connected to her emotions, the moment her emotions walk out the door, the pussy walk out the door. I'm going to say that again. I do not treat my wife any less human than what she is. I'm not stupid. I know you think I'm gonna sit up here and cause Andre to be upset, perturbed, emotionally imbalanced, and all that shit when I know a woman's pussy here, emotions here, and they both connected and they both move in the same direction. The same direction. So if you fucking up your woman's emotions, don't get mad because if only for one night I made her emotions feel good, therefore she rewarded me. Dude, how many times have you got the pussy as a reward? Dude, I could easily say this in my life, and I mean this. I have fucked at least 50 women as a reward. What do you mean as a reward, Dre? Reward for making her feel happy that day. Reward for maybe listening to her when I didn't even realize I was listening. Reward for being a clean dude, well-groomed. She see you at home, you a fucking slob all the time. She comes to work and see me, whether I'm working at a factory or whether I'm working at a corporation. My uniform is always clean. She rewarded me with the pussy. I listened to her story. She rewarded me with the pussy. I made her laugh that day when you made her cry that morning. She rewarded me with the pussy. I could easily say I done got rewarded at least 50 times when I wasn't even. Here's the kicker. You get rewarded with pussy when you, here's how you know it's a reward. You ready? When you didn't even expect to get the pussy. If y'all knew how many of y'all wives have fucked me when if somebody said, Andre, I bet you $1 million you gonna get that pussy, I would have said, hell no. I know her husband. I seen him with the 2 daughters, blah, blah, blah. He's always here. She ain't never messed around. She's always been focused. She don't even walk and talk like that. Man, you crazy, man. And she work in a different department, man. Dre, you gonna get that pussy one. Dude, you would have never told me. You know how many times I've had women that had men and they rewarded me. Andre, thank you for making me feel good today. Here's the pussy. Andre, thank you for listening to me today. Here's some pussy. Andre, thank you for just, complimenting me today. Here's some pussy. I ain't the only dude that's ever been rewarded with some pussy, some unexpected. You didn't, you got the goddamn Uno card, the double reverse card. You what the who what? You got the big joker. What? Where did I get the big joker? You playing spades? You got 9 spades and 2 jokers. That's how you feel when you get rewarded with the. It'd be so unexpected. Like they'd be like, he made me laugh today. I'ma go and give him some pussy. Just cause I listen, dog. I've got more pussy. I'm gonna tell you true story. I've gotten more pussy from wives and girlfriends with this than this. Y'all wives and girlfriends fuck men like me. Not because of this. Not because of the heart. Because we listened. We didn't judge. We didn't give our opinions. And while we was listening, your woman was taking off her motherfucking panties. Why? Because you no longer listened. You just talked. Where you going? Where you at? Let me see your cell phone. Who is that? I don't like your friends. I don't want you to do this. While you doing all that fucking talking, she needed just somebody, anybody that was gonna listen. I've gotten more pussy from women that had men from my ears than my mouth. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. A man that can listen could damn near fuck any man's wife if the woman needs somebody that she needs to listen to. It wasn't just sisters. It wasn't just white women. It wasn't just Latin women. I was running through all y'all motherfucking women. Why? Because I was a player? No. I was a listener. And I was getting rewarded with the pussy because I listened. I did what y'all wasn't doing no more at the house. I told y'all, and I meant it, if I had an hour to be with your wife during lunch break or your girlfriend during lunch break, we would park in the park. I'd spend 20 minutes to 30 minutes fucking her. And I knew the next 10, 20 minutes, if I'm on my job, I'm going to be listening. And she just gonna be spewing out shit. Some shit got to do with you. Some shit ain't got to do with you. Some shit got to do with the kids. Some shit she just upset because of school. She taking some classes. Sometimes her girlfriend make her mad. Sometimes her gay friends make her mad. But the fact that I was listening was guaranteed I was gonna get the pussy tomorrow. But the day I act like I wasn't going to listen anymore, that's the day I was done getting the pussy. It ain't had nothing to do with it. I never gave anybody wife a fucking dime. Man, many times y'all wives pay for the hotel room. I'm gonna say that again. Many times your wife was so thirsty for a listener, they would pay for the hotel room. So if you think I always pay for the y'all rabbit ass mind. Your wife ain't. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all ready? Your wife ain't broke. Hey, your girlfriend, that bitch ain't broke. She tell you she ain't got the money. Well, she got that money. Hey, she got that money. Your wife ain't broke. Man, I done had plenty of y'all wives slap that credit card right there on that motherfucking counter and pay for that hotel room. I done had plenty of y'all girlfriends slap it right there and pay for lunch. I can't say dinner because a lot of times we weren't going out to dinner, right? Because she at home with you. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all think y'all women broke, man, shit, just because she got your ass paying for vacations, your wife got your ass paying for the kids' school clothes. Remember, she got a job too. Where's that money going to? Nails? Hell no. That shit going towards hotel fees. Boom. Shit, y'all checking phones. You better check your motherfucking wife credit card line, nigga. While you playing, y'all don't want to get y'all feelings hurt tonight. Y'all checking cell phones? Shit, I teach your wife how to delete and mass delete that shit out. You checking cell phones, you better check motherfucking credit card receipts, because I'm telling y'all wife paying for some shit. Gifts? Y'all wives are some, I'm telling you, y'all girlfriends are generous as hell. I've had wives buy me gifts. I've had wives buy me like coats. I ain't no damn coat. This Florida. What I need to get? Andre, I've had your wife bought me suits. I mean, shit I never asked for. I never asked for half that shit your wife was buying me. When's your birthday, Andre? October 13th. Why? I'm just asking. Can I ask? Yes, you may. Y'all think y'all go through her phone, you ain't see shit. Y'all think it's safe. Shit, okay. And she got a credit card that you don't know nothing about. You think you saw your wife with them 3 credit cards. Man, your wife got at least 6 credit cards. Your ass don't know about them other 3. I know about them. You don't know about them others. Man, if y'all don't stop, I'm telling y'all, stop. If I could say anything to give advice to men in any country about your woman, and I mean this, I'm being real serious. If you want your woman to be faithful to you, stop treating her like she's not human. That's the number one. Just like you're a human and you've got a limit, and you know a person can push you only so far because you're a human, so is she. So is my wife. My wife is just as a human being as I am. I try not to push the envelope of her humanness. That's why me and Andrea don't argue. We have disagreements, but we don't push the envelope of insulting each other and putting each other down and cussing each other out and all that stuff. Because I know I am a human being and I can react as a human. She's a human being and she can react like a human being. Offended, right? So if you want to put your wife on this pedestal, like she'll never get offended, like she'll never be hurt, she'll never be disappointed, okay, you gonna put her up there and somebody gonna fuck your wife. Why? Because you are ignoring her human side. Number 2, stop ignoring the fact that a woman's emotions are connected to her pussy and her pussy's connected to her emotions. Even hoes' pussies connected to the emotions. Even a hoe, even her emotions tell her, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna get his pussy away. That's still an emotional move. What emotion is that? Lust. She just want to give it away because she's just being lustful. But if you think that you can still control a woman's pussy and not be connected to her emotions. You can talk to her anyway, treat her anyway. No more flowers, no more cards, no more candies, no more vacations. We got the kids to focus on, blah, blah, blah. And you think, I ain't gonna get that, man, I'm gonna get that pussy. Number 3, listen to your woman, bruh. Even if you, I'm gonna tell y'all something, you ready? Even if you don't feel like hearing that shit today. If you don't listen to her, don't worry about it. There's a motherfucker out there in them streets like I used to be that will. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all a true game. A woman will rather watch you as an example of what to do. I'm serious. Your woman does not necessarily, for the majority, and that's all of us around the world, doesn't matter what race, for the majority, women do not go by or master a relationship based off of what we say. A woman will follow a relationship based off of what she sees her husband or her boyfriend as a leader doing. You ever see a woman that ain't never smoked a cigarette in her life, and you catch her 6 months later and she's firing up a pack of squares because her boyfriend or her husband smokes? You ever see a woman that when he got with her, she was 300 pounds, but because she saw him always going to the gym and always working out, she wasn't jealous or insecure, and the next thing you know, she has lost 60 pounds. How the fuck did that happen? Did you ever notice when your ass became a big ass, your woman became a big ass? You may have told her several times, I don't want no big woman. I don't want no big woman. So just because you said it with your mouth, a woman will watch your actions. So if you become a fat ass, stop pretending like your woman ain't going to eventually put on weight. If you lose weight, stop. Dude, I sit back and I literally see Andrea's weight is regulated on my weight. If I take my ass to a gym, Andrea's there. If Andrea everything from the diet to every little thing. And I noticed that with any woman I was with. As long as I made sure my weight was on point, every woman I had, subconsciously, her weight was on point. When I let my shit go, subconsciously, I could put on 3 pounds. And any woman I've ever been with subconsciously put on 3 pounds. Women don't give a fuck about what you saying. So all that trying to be demanding, I said it because I'm the man. That don't mean shit. She watching you, bro, because she love you. A woman in love will follow what you do. I'll say that again for the back of the dudes in the back of the church. A woman, the more she loves you, the more she will follow the patterns of what you do, not what the fuck you just said. Don't be telling her don't smoke no fucking squares if you sit up there smoking squares and she's in love. Don't tell your woman don't smoke no fucking weed and she in love. She don't give a fuck what you saying. She gonna start smoking weed. Don't tell your woman to be irresponsible with finances. Don't be irresponsible with finances, and your ass irresponsible with finances, and she in love. She gonna go broke because she saw your ass going broke. I'm telling y'all, guys, women, that the more that they're in love with you, the more they watch and they almost emulate you, man. You think your kids emulate you? Bruh, your woman does. So when she loses that connection of emotions, which is connected to her vagina, somebody gonna give her emotion. Women are wired emotionally. Somebody gonna give her emotions and cater to her emotions, if only for one night, and somebody gonna listen to her. Okay, y'all think I'm playing? Remember the movie Waiting to Exhale, right? Even though it was just a movie, but it resonated. This scene resonated as truth with women, and for many of us boy toys, this resonated with us. We were like, yeah, that's a real scene. That's not fake. That's real life. Angela Bassett, Wesley Snipes at the hotel. Why did they want to go upstairs and fuck? Because she was just physically attracted to him? No. He listened to her while they were having drinks. She listened to him while they were having drinks. And that's how they ended up upstairs, didn't they? Now, they both decided not to sleep together, but did they not both act like they had a connection because of what? Did Wesley have to talk her out that pussy to come upstairs? Did Angela had to talk him out of that dick to come upstairs? What did they do to get upstairs? A lot of you dudes think that is this, because you hear me talk on channel a lot. Y'all think I talk to get the pussy out the bit. My number one tool for women have never been money. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. That's your move. I ain't never do, out of all the women I've had, I ain't never had to come out of money like you motherfuckers do. But you know what I do? I got most of the pussy that I ever got in my life from listening to bitches, just listening to them. And they say, you know what, as a reward. And that's why that scene in that movie, because y'all be like, that's just a movie. No, I'm talking about how it resonated as being real, a real scenario. Women can see that happening because that happens in real life. Women can understand a man, and they can understand a woman having to, and then they can end up in a hotel room because of listening will get you pussy, dog. Listening will get you some pussy just as much as money will get you pussy. I'm gonna say this again. Listening will get you pussy just as easy as money will get you pussy. A lot of y'all like, hell no, I get like 9 bitches for this. I'm not talking about bitches. I'm talking about regular everyday women. I'm not talking about no goddamn bitches that you pay for playing the streets. I'm talking about real, regular, everyday women that don't sell her pussy. So how do you get theirs? If they don't let you buy the pussy from them, regular, everyday women walking down the street looking sexy, if they're not selling their pussy, how do you get it? How do all those male co-workers, in other words, who's only making the same amount of salary, maybe a little bit more than your wife at her job, how the fuck is 85% of affairs in the United States happening on jobs where everybody basically making the same motherfucking salary? So ain't nobody flashing on money. Dude, if I'm making $25, $30 an hour and I work in the same warehouse as your wife and she making $27 an hour, my motherfucking $3 ain't a flex. My making $3 more is not a flex. So how did I get the pussy? Because I only made $3 more than your wife. So how did I get the pussy? She a hoe? Because what y'all say, she a hoe, right, Esco? Well, if she was a hoe based off y'all theory, I'm gonna get the pussy anyway. But if she wasn't a hoe based off my theory, I got it because I listened to her. And you no longer do. Why y'all think number one? And I know I'm off base with the topic for tonight. I'm bringing it back because tonight's topic is about men happiness. But I'm here to tell y'all, dudes, in all sincerity, I look like I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and do this particular topic on men happiness, because I think this is important for me to speak of. And what I'm saying is these principles of listening apply globally. Don't think this is just a U.S. thing, American men. Oh, that's just an American. That's American women. Bruh. If y'all knew how much pussy I was getting in Medellin, do you know how much Google Translate pussy I have gotten in this motherfucking country? She say something, and even through Google Translate, I'm listening and getting the pussy, while you dumb motherfuckers opening up your wallets. We in the same hotel room. You paid for some pussy in Medellin. I'm in the room next door. I'm getting pussy from motherfucking Google Translate. From Google Translate. Listen to your woman, dog, or another man will. Cater to your woman's emotions. I didn't say spoil her. You can if you want, but don't take her emotions for granted. If you do, you're going to lose her emotions to another man, if only for one night. And her emotions is connected to her vagina. And so she going to reward that man with that vagina. Remember the song by James Ingram? Find 100 Ways. Compliment what she does. Send her roses just because. If violin she wants, let them play. In your arms tonight, she'll reflect how she owes you the sweetest of debts. Right? How she owes you the sweetest of debts. Find 100 ways. Right? Compliments what she does. Sends her roses just because. If violin she wants, let them play. Bro, y'all shit, man. That song does not say anything about opening up your motherfucking wallet and going broke over a bitch. %85 of affairs happen in the workplace, meaning she's cheating on you with a dude that either makes the same amount of money as her or a little bit more than her. Can I put it in the economic sense? If 85% of affairs in the United States and Canada happen on the job, it's not some pretty boy walking down the street. It's not some dude in a fly Ferrari in the neighborhood. It's not some dude at the club when your woman goes out with her girlfriends. She ain't cheating with them. She cheating with coworkers, dog. If 85%, that means 8.5% of the time when somebody cheats, they are cheating with somebody on the job. Work wives, work husbands, whatever you want to call it, is on the job. Get it through your mind. Stop trying to act like she just met some motherfucker walking down the street with a bag of Frito-Lays in his hands, and she say, "Ooh, the potato chips look good. Let me have some." No, motherfucker. Your wife is cheating with dudes that's making the same amount of money that she making. The same amount of money. You know how much pussy I done got in the break room? You know that mother boy, that goddamn coffee, that little coffee area where they got the coffee machines and they got the hazelnut creamers and all that. Bruh. Oh my God, I done been across with the vending machine in the background. You know how much vending machine pussy I done got? Coffee machine, vending machine, all you got, that's all you had to give me. I didn't need no club. I ain't had to take your wife out to dinner. I ain't had to buy your wife no flowers. I ain't had to buy your girlfriend no nothing. All I had to do was meet your motherfucking wife and give her a cup of coffee and a motherfucking her favorite cookies out of the vending machine. Yo, that pussy was all mine. Now, I am not lying. Y'all think I'm exaggerating. That motherfucker. Oh, y'all, okay. Tell me how many of y'all done got some break room pussy. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me y'all ain't got nobody's number. You'd have met that bitch in the break room. You ain't even know you thought she was new to the job. You thought she was new to the job. Man, I got her them cookies. You know them little soft cookies with the raspberry in the middle. That be in the vending machine. And she like the hazelnut coffee. Man, I met her in the break room. Make sure she got her little hazelnut coffee, her favorite ginger cookies. Shit. You don't even do that. You got in an argument with her about some fucking Pampers for the baby before she walked out the door. All I had to do was give her some hazelnut creamer for her coffee. And your woman give me the pussy. Man, you know what? Dre, you gonna stop being honest with these dudes and tell these dudes the truth, Dre. You gonna stop this. These dudes don't want to hear the truth. That's why the number dropping. The number dropped from, we had 93 of y'all in here. I start telling y'all about y'all wives and girlfriends. It's like 40 of y'all. We done lost 50 motherfuckers when I start telling y'all the truth. I be knowing what episodes y'all don't want to hear. Dre, I came to the episode because I want to hear why women ain't happy with us being happy. I did not want to hear the truth about my woman getting her face busted on. Y'all motherfuckers sensitive. I've been telling y'all that for years. I'll be watching these numbers. It's down to 36 you motherfuckers. Sensitive asses. I'm about to end it. I'm about to let it go. Absolutely. Call centers, break rooms. Especially the call, bruh, in the call center, you could type your coworker. Be like, da-da-da-da-da. Hey, how you? All right. Okay. What time you gonna break? Okay. All right. And then you click back over. Yes, Mr. Smith. As I was saying, I was just checking in with my coworker in regards to your account, and it looks like we're going to be able to take care of that for you. You're supposed to be checking on Mr. Smith's shit. You over there typing your coworker, asking her when y'all go meet in the break room. Them damn call centers, boy. He ain't lying. He is not lying. So yeah, I'm about to end this live stream right now. Tomorrow we're gonna come back with this topic. Dudes can't handle the truth. Dudes don't want to hear the truth. Man, we've been doing YouTube long enough to where I know when I hit a sensitive topic that dude's gonna disappear. I don't even trip on it no more. I really don't. I love y'all enough to tell y'all the truth. But don't nobody want to hang around for the truth. Man, Dre, fuck you. Yeah, Verizon, goddamn Comcast. Man, you know how much Comcast pussy you can get? Woo! That Comcast call center pussy, boy, is a special breed of pussy. If your woman work at Comcast, she might as well be a nurse. She might as well be a motherfucking nurse. My brother said, I'm getting flashbacks, Dre. You ain't lying. Esco said this. He said, first we're having flash. That's what it was. They were having flashbacks of either cheating or having flashbacks of their girl cheating. He said folks were having flashbacks about their cheating ex-wives and all that. I ain't come here for this shit. Hey, don't worry. I got more thumbnails for this topic tomorrow. Shout out to Dre being in the building. He said, continue. Ninjas need to hear the truth. Shout out to Ben Dixon in the building. I'm serious, dude. Dudes do this every time. I look at the number. I'll be like, okay, I know it's about to happen. Okay, we got 93. When I started talking about this, and I'm trying to tell them the truth, and it dropped down to 75. Like when it dropped down to 88, I said, oh, I see where it's going. Then it dropped down to 75. Then maybe 20 minutes later, it dropped down to, and I said, yeah, these niggas, they hurt right now. Somebody hurt. There's a lot of pain going on around here. He said Amazon is basically Playboy bands. Oh. Now I did warehouse for Walmart distribution centers, right? I was the third shift manager, one of the third shift managers, right? So I had a team of 33. And yeah, they was going through it. They were going through it. He said Google Translate pussy is a true comic book. Bruh, this one. My precious. My precious. Man, that Google Translate, man. Shh. I wish y'all would pay for some pussy. Y'all over there paying for pussy in the room next door. I'm just translating shit. Just listen to what she got to say. He said, I was partly kidding. He said, but you absolutely on point. I know, right? Shout out to Strife being here. Yeah, man. Ronan said, great show. Let's try it again tomorrow, gentlemen. Let's try it again. Well, actually, Tuesday. Tomorrow's my day off. We'll try it again. He said, the post office is notorious. What? Now you guys traumatizing me. Not the innocent little post office. I never thought the post office was like that. Not the post office. Don't traumatize your boy. Not the post office. He said, Drake, damn, I screwed up this. No. He said, but I love having these chats with you. This was a good conversation, Esco. I kid you not. It was needed, man. It was needed. You know what I would like to see in my little perfect, if it was a perfect world, I would like to see all of us men truly happy if we desire relationships in other countries. Now, there are going to be guys that, no, hey, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm good. I'm not talking to you guys. I understand. I want you guys to be happy too. Don't get me wrong. But in my perfect world, for those that do desire a relationship with one or two women, whatever it may be, I just want us to be happy and mentally prepared for what we're walking into. When we walk into these other countries, I want us to be mentally prepared to realize that those women are just as human as our women back home. They might be culturally different and traditionally different, but they're human as well. And I don't want us to walk into a situation thinking, oh, I could just put her on a pedestal. No, she's human too. She's human too. And so I would want all of us to be in happy. Like I said, the number of women, that's up to you. If you got 1, 2, or 10, but that's up to you. But I would want all of us to be at peace and have the least amount of stress with dealing with women overseas as possible. So shout out to all you guys that stuck around for probably the longest rant that we've done on the channel. Usually my rants are like, maybe 5, 10, maybe 20 minutes. But goodness gracious, Andre, you just did a whole show on the topic. So, okay. Shout out to all you guys. Let's do the outro. We're going to try this again on Tuesday. This is a good video. We didn't even make it to 10% of the video. So just in case you guys are wondering. And no more rants. No more rants about guys loves of their lives. My brother Passport Persona said this. He said the average black woman just complimented me at a store. I kept walking like I didn't hear. He said, I'm going to Colombia this week. Western women don't qualify for me anymore. I am with you, bro. I've done that one before too. And not to hurt anybody. It's just that, you just like, hey, listen, I'm mentally checked out. I'm mentally checked out. So I'm with my brother on that one. I know what it's like to be mentally checked out. Thank you for the compliment, but I'm still gone. I'm with you with that one, Passport Persona. Let's get ready to do our outro video. Let's go here. He said, Dre, are you still going to do an investment show? Yes, especially the way crypto is going. I want to know what's going on. And so I'm going to bring up some of the guys that have been coming up year in, year out in regards to crypto and other investments. So yes, we really are. I'm glad that you asked that, Dave. Okay, let's see. Let us see.
big dance. Chrome heart got me kissing on his best friend. Put in work, baby, you could be my best man. Sending cash to my account, he investing. Dark shades on when I'm off the Migos. He's tryna cuff me like a in a Rico. Moving through this like GTA with a cheat code. He claimed that he love me, but before not a freak. I just wanna dance all night. Can't nobody do it just like I. Boy, you got just what I like. Come on, baby, let's kiss, don't fight. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Just say the word, baby, I'ma get you right. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Ain't gotta say it, I know I'm the one you like. Ooh, damn, tell the DJ turn the beat up. Got a white boy who be singing like a Beatle. Claim she getting bread, but I heard she doing keto. I don't do drugs, I'ma smoke a little weed up. I can't chase a man for no paper. Just think it's sweet, I'ma show him now or later. I be getting money on the wake up. He a broke boy, tell that get his cake up. Only with dope boys, they the ones who spinning paper, get your weight up. Total send an Addy and a stay up. She's out here mad, told him assalamu alaikum. Who that 5'5", she don't even need no makeup. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like. Just say the word, baby, I'ma get you right. What you wanna do? Tell me what you like.